I don't know what that was about. Uh, I don't know, but hopefully we won't have to go through that, again. Hold on for a minute. Let me let them know that we are currently live on YouTube, so the people on Instagram can have an opportunity to come through it as long as hold on, and always why is this not coming up? Oh, okay, there you go. And the people on Facebook as well. Hold on. I don't know why they playing with a pig. Hold on. For those of you that didn't hear the announcement on yesterday, for the whole month of March, Lord willing, if the Lord says the same, if the game says the same, as long as my head is above ground and I got my liberty and society, I'm going to be going live the whole month of March at 10 o'clock EST time in the morning. So you can get this early morning game. Hold on for a minute. Let me also change that. In the meantime, man, make the likes. Do that for me. Could you do that? Make the likes look like the viewers. Do that for me. While I set this up. Hold on. Okay. Clips, man, what's happening? Blessings to you, beloved. Hold on. Put that in the title. We gonna be all good. Okay, there we go. We all good now. Let me share this. All right, cool. We in the game for sure. All right, cool. Now, come on now. Before we get started, and that's exactly why I had started a little early. I was like a minute or two before 10 o'clock because I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to come in here. But not only that, I know that I'm gonna start going a little bit earlier. Because it take y'all a good 300 sometimes. 420 seconds to sit up there. You know what I mean? And hit the like button. I gotta beg you. Cleveland on the check-in. Man, appreciate that, Cleveland. Shout out, man. Blessings to the Midwest. But come on, make them likes look like the viewers. Before I get started. Justin, what's happening, man? Knowledge search. What's going on with it? How did y'all enjoy how did y'all enjoy the video that I did earlier? A lot of y'all was you asleep. But for the people that was up, they came through. Shit, it was almost damn near 700 of us, you know what I mean? And it was like, I want to say like 2 or 3 in the morning. I started at like 1 something. You know? You still got to go watch it. Yeah, make sure that you watch it. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure that you comment in the comment section. Make sure you come to my Patreon. Clips, do me that favor, bro. Put my link to my Patreon so I can pin it. Yeah, do me that favor. Okay, Bay Area. Shout out to everybody in the Bay. Blessings to everybody. Come on, man. It's 112 people listening. Why is it only, hold on, 74 likes? Come on, man. Stop it. There we go. Good looking clips. I appreciate you. Toya, what's happening, baby? Good morning. Jake, man, you know what I mean? Shouts out to you, man. Blessings to you. Tapping in from the Scottsdale area. Okay. Out there in that beautiful Scottsdale. Yeah. I can't even lie to you, man. At times I really hold on. I can't even lie. Sometimes, man, I really be missing Scottsdale. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Hell yeah. I miss Scottsdale. Anytime it's wintertime in Canada, yeah. Nigga gonna miss that Scottsdale. For sure. You know? For sure. I'm just waiting for y'all, man, to just, you know. Oh, man, I appreciate that, brother. Hold on for a minute. Because my signal, man, this signal is not cool. Bear with me. Let me restart this. Be patient with me. Be merciful to me. Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure the audio. And let me just say this. Whenever I go in and out, that's due to the wind. Y'all probably can't hear it, but man, the wind outside is strong as fuck. You know, I was supposed to go live again. New child, I appreciate you, bro. Good looking on the hundo. Man, good looking. Blessings, man. You know what I mean? The new child. He been supporting this game. And also, I want to say thank you, man, to everybody. Sometimes I'll be so caught up in the messages that I'll be forgetting sometimes to read the PayPals and the Cash Apps. Man, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Man, could you tell them, bro? It's no joke, bro. I wanted to go live yesterday, but I just knew if I had went live that the signal was just going to be going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know what I mean? It was just going to be going. It wasn't no point. You know? I was like, man, did I speak the Euroclidon into existence? I was like, man, what the hell is this? Hold on for a minute. But I took the pimp out of the title because I think YouTube was tripping this morning. Sometimes, you know, YT be on their period. So I took the P out. But the title of the message is actually called, Don't Let It Be Said That You Didn't Pimp. Please take heed. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Appreciate the $3, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. You said it was a classic. If you said it was a classic, it's a classic, man. Shout out to my nigga Universal. Peace in. Do a video title, It's Just a Like Button. You stupid as a motherfucker. You playing? But bro, I might have to do that. Because they be really stingy with the like button. You know? Oh, I said new child. Why I thought that was new child? That's balance 07. Yeah, I couldn't see because at the time I was resetting, you know, my phone. But shout out to balance 007, man. Coming in with the 100, man. Blessings to the game, bro. Blessings to you. Appreciate that. I guess because I seen the red in your jacket, I just automatically assumed that it was new child. But no, man, that's balance 007, man. Shout out, man. We in the shop getting ready for this ism. Okay. Prestige, what's happening? Aaron, what's happening? Hold on, let me make sure I didn't miss any of the ladies. Third one, what's happening? Teddy, what's going on? Year of Change, I like that name. Cherry Love, good morning, baby. You know what I mean? Look at this nigga. Is this nigga trying to be on some Jodeci shit? Devontae. You know, bitches gonna be all in the comment section talking about, hey, Devontae. Hold on. My nigga Punchy 16. Let me make him a mod. He been supporting this game. And not only that, all right, Ash, Miss Ash. Good mornings to Miss Ash. Okay, but without further ado, I feel like James Brown. I've been watching everybody do their thing. You know, now it's time to do my thing. Let's talk about this game. Even though the title say, don't let it be said. Man, the title of this message is called, Don't Let It Be Said That You Didn't Pimp. Yeah. Those that's coming in right now, hit the like button. And if you're not on the Patreon, make sure you go hit to the Patreon, pay that little $5, man, so you can see I got over like 200 videos already on my Patreon. Everybody know that usually I post like 4 to 5 times a day. Good morning to you, baby. Blessings to you. But don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. I like that. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. You know, it's a lot of things that you could do. You know, our P don't stand for perfect. My P don't stand for perfect. No pimp in the game that you know, P stand for perfect. But one thing that we could never do, this go to the young P, this go to the veteran P. You know what I mean? To the veteran P, this ain't no revelation, but just a reminder. And to the youth, this is some encouragement. Let me just put this in your ear. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. I'm going to give you some examples of that. But before I do, let me just, because people just always try to define it as one definition, but it's many definitions of this pimping. Pimping is not just, because if you listen to the definition of their definition of pimping, it'll make it seem like pimping is just living off the earnings. They make pimping seem like it's just breaking on a bitch. Hold on. Don't let it be said. They'll make it seem as if, just because a bride gave you a watch or she gave you some money, you know what I mean, that automatically mean that you pimp, because the bride was selling her pussy and she gave you every dollar that came from her pussy. So automatically they define this to be some pimping. And that, I understand that's the way the squares look at that. But no, pimping consists of more than just receiving gifts from off of the game that you gave. Yeah, pimping consists of more than just basically sending a woman through out the door to sit up there and seduce and reduce tricks and bring you back every gift that came from it. It's different. It's different definitions, man. Now I'm not gonna lie. It's part of it. We can't leave the money out. Touch somebody and say, don't leave the money out. Now we need the finances. Amen. The scriptures say money answereth all things, and it say that for a reason in Ecclesiastics. Amen. So we not against money. Hold on, let me just speak on that for 2 seconds. You can't be this pimping and you against money. Some of y'all are against the money. And you might be like, huh? Yeah, some of you niggas that's professing to be pimps, you anti-money, man. You anti-currency. And I just want to ask you, what did money do to you? Did money hit you in your eye? Did money beat your ass one day? Did money jump on you? What do you have against this money? Now I can understand that if you're against the love of money, for the love of money is the root of all evil. There's a difference from liking the things that money can do for you, the power that it brings, and actually possessing the love that you profess to have for money. There's a difference. The word of God is not against money. Let me make that very clear. The word of God is not against money. For God had saints, prophets, evangelists, ministers, all throughout the word of God that were living life abundantly. Amen. I don't know what maybe your preacher taught you that God wants you living dusty. Like if you give your life to God, he wants you living in poverty. He wants you living in an urban community. He wants you to have no currency. No, that is not, the God of this word. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there's some saints that's in poverty. There's some saints that really don't have currency like that. Does that make their salvation even less? No. But I'm here to tell you that is not the will of God for your life to be broke. And it's not, and touch that pimp next to you and say, P, it ain't the will of the game for you to be broke either. It's not the will of God. Hold on. That is not the will of God, and that is not the will of the game for you to be broke. Amen. People try to come up with all this justification on why they broke. No, you broke. And I'm not saying because of your current circumstance, you may have once had it or you haven't got there yet. But amen. God didn't call you to stay in poverty. Stop that. God didn't call you to stay, without currency. Stop that. You know what I mean? Now, of course, he wants you to depend on him, but he don't want you to sit up there and, think that he just wants you to do bad every day. He wants you to have weeping and lamentations of teeth. You know what I mean? God don't want that. And guess what? The game don't want it either. All right? So don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Some of y'all have gotten into a fan club. Come on through here, gang. Some of y'all, shout out to my boy Troy. That's my bro right there. But some of you niggas are a part of a fan club for hoes. Touch your neighbor and say, are you a part of the fan club for hoes? Are you a pimp, or are you a part of the fan club for hoes? Some of you niggas are a part of the fan club for hoes. You got your favorite celebrity hoe. You got your favorite, I'll talk game to her, I'll spit at her, I'll campaign at them, but when she come around, I ain't gonna call her a bitch, or I ain't gonna sit up there and campaign at her or go too hard, because I respect her. She's honorable. She's in the sky with it. Ooh. You part of the fan club for hoes. It's okay. Hopefully after this message you'll get delivered. But some of you niggas are a part of the fan club for hoes. I'm going to give you an example. There is one hoe in the lifestyle of pimping and hoeing. Freeze used to have the bitch. Okay? She's a veteran. I don't even really like calling her a hoe. She done said some things, call herself talking about me, but she don't know nothing about how this swore to come through for her. But she's claiming to be a veteran hoe. And the bitch, you understand me, this bitch done left the game. And this bitch done got married. This bitch done came back to the game. One time the bitch was in a motherfucking human trafficking class. There's a shirt on, it's a shirt that the bitch was wearing at one time, I think. And in spite of this bitch doing all these abominable things, in the game, all these things contrary to the game, you got niggas far and wide. You got niggas from the left. You got niggas from the right. You got niggas from the east. You got niggas from the west. You got rookies and you got vets that's part of this bitch fan club. I don't think it's because, I was like, well, maybe it could be because she white. Or maybe it's because of her past history of how she used to get money in the 90s. Now here we is, 2021. And these niggas are still thinking about what the bitch did in the book of Exodus. Here we is living in Revelations. And these niggas are still celebrating this punk bitch because of the shit she did in the book of Exodus. Touch somebody and say, what have you done for the game lately? And what I have a problem with is that these niggas are sitting over there, you understand me, fans of the hoe. I'm talking about these niggas will talk to this bitch for hours on the phone and not even ask for no money. You got niggas that actually, like this one dude, not gonna call you out. I just want you to know that I know your business. Touch somebody, say, I'm not gonna call you out, I just know your business. And this one fat, big ass, like I've been big before, but this nigga is next to death. The only reason why he hasn't died yet is because he tall. And this one tall ass nigga that be in AZ that's fat than a motherfucker. I mean, this nigga is a small fry away from dying. If he eat the last little fry at the bottom, that little one at the bottom that's a little burnt, he gonna die. And this nigga, you understand me, allowed this bitch, because let me just give you the history. Yeah, she was with Freeze. Freeze had the bitch, but she was also with a P that was in Seattle. And she was with him for 10 years. All right? And this particular guy, it's some smut on the nigga's name, but I ain't never pimped with him, so I don't know if these things be true. I'm not the type to believe something because a bitch said it. I'm not the type to believe something because bitch ass niggas that's jealous of this nigga said it. I have not pimped with this nigga. So I cannot, give confirmation, what I mean, of him being, any of this. Come on, man. I'm talking about this pimping, man. What y'all coming in here with this dumbass shit in my comment section? Extended clips is really extending the clip to you, motherfuckers. Shout out to back to this game that I never left. I'm not gonna believe what a bitch said about you as if it's thus said the Lord because a bitch said it. You know what I mean? Oh, you didn't know why it was? Well, there you go, baby. It ain't got to be in your recommendations no more. Now you out the comment section, and hopefully it won't be in your recommendations no more. God bless you. But yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know why. You know what I mean. Hold on, let me do that corner. Amen. But the game is in here too. But we got the bitch basically, let me take it back. The bitch basically, you understand me, was fucking with this dude for over 10 years. After that, she had some dealings with Charm. Rest in peace to Charm. You know what I mean? She was with my boy Johnny Baritz for a little bit. Shout out to Johnny Baritz. You know what I mean? Ladies, I might have to go live one day providing the information so y'all can write Johnny Baritz. You know what I mean? He gonna be back better than ever. He in the best physical shape of his life. Shout out to Johnny Baritz. But by Freeze being popular on social media, by Freeze being popular in the streets. Because I can't lie, Freeze was popular before he ever got on social media. Let's just be real. But when you got both of it going on, when you known cross country for being a clean ass pimp, a well-dressed pimp, something that the ladies would want to see, you gonna have a lot of niggas wearing the cheap perfume of jealousy. So a lot of niggas wanted this ex-bitch that Freeze had, not just because of her reputation of getting money in the 90s, because I'm not gonna lie on nobody's reputation. There was a time that this bitch was getting some money. But you know what I mean? She sat up there, you understand me, when she got with Freeze, man, that bitch was making $500 to $600, man, by the grace of God. I think that bitch gave him like over $1,000 like 2 times, for the time that she was with him. But the stats, the whole stats, it was nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. When I say nothing, nothing to talk about. It was nothing to talk about to a pimp. So you niggas is in a fan club for hoes. Seeing what you mean. You have people in the game, niggas that I'm talking about, they pretty much have given certain women in the lifestyle to have a ego or be arrogant or feel like they equivalent to the pimping simply because these niggas are a part of a fan club for hoes. Real talk. He's a part of the fan club for hoe. And what I mean by that is, ain't nothing wrong with encouraging your hoe, motivating your hoe, but the hoe that's paying you. I'm talking about these niggas is fans of this bitch, and the bitch ain't never gave these niggas a dime. And you know what's fucked up? The bitch that I'm talking about, this bitch is the best definition of breakable. But they so much of a fan of the bitch that even though this bitch is breakable, they never break on the bitch. Why? Because they're too busy having worship service on the phone and in person with the hoe. They listening to old time stories from the 90s. Here this bitch is damn near, I think she damn near is 40, or she might be 40 years old now. And I ain't gonna lie, she's still marketable. I ain't gonna never lie on nobody. She's not an ugly bitch, not at all. Plus she white and she's a smart motherfucker too. She got some intelligence. Sin ain't gonna never just, Sin, I don't care if I don't like you, Sin ain't gonna never lie on you. The bitch got a brain. God done blessed her. You know what I mean? She has a great comprehension. But, due to the fact that she got some faggot ass ways, she's not prospering in the game. She's another one that's gonna be bitter and not better. Old with no bankroll. That's just how it go. But yeah, make sure you get my likes up, man. It's 394 people listening and only 214 likes, man. Quit playing. But I'm telling you all of this because, 1P actually told Freeze, he said, man, P, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You know what I mean? When I was talking to the bitch, you know what I mean? It was a blessing because she laced me and my bitch. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what this fan club for hoes ass nigga just said? The nigga said, man, it was a blessing because the bitch laced me and my bitch. And I was just appalled. The bitch laced me and my bitch. That's what he said. So him and his bitch was getting, hold on. And they sitting over there looking at this broad as if she King Solomon. They talking to this bitch like she the King Solomon of the game. Like she walking around with scrolls, of game from God. Niggas is attentive to everything that this bitch is saying, like she got the oracles of the game. She walking around with the hidden oracles. She got the hidden treasures of the game. And the P's like, wait a minute, there she go. Listen. So I'm messed up by that. But he actually told Freeze that it was a blessing. She laced me and my hoe. Then I think I told you about the time she ended up going over this one guy's house, the fat ass nigga that I was telling you about. She come over to this nigga house with a bottle of champagne. Okay? A white bitch. We in Arizona. She come over this nigga house with a bottle of champagne. You know what I mean? Kicked it with him and his little broads. And they just fellowship. Bitch left. You know what I mean? And she never got broke on. You know what I mean? She never got broke on. He didn't even ask for no money. You know what I mean? He didn't ask for no money, you know what I mean, at all. See, I like Clips. He just like me. He moving just like the brothers in the Nation of Islam. There's no speaking when the minister is speaking. I like that. You know what I mean? Of course, we can promote the game and stuff like that, but all these L7 silly ass, AOL, Yahoo email ass questions and shit that you niggas is asking, hey man, stop all of that. This game coming for him. But, and we already know who's behind all these fake pages, but I don't want to even give him no acknowledgement right now because I'm coming through with this game. But, he sit up there and kicked it with the broad. She come over there with a bottle of champagne. He never asked for no money. He not one time did he ask for any money. Not one time. Another situation. And what I can't stand is this nigga that I'm about to mention now as an example. This nigga right here. He be speaking on my name. And I already know when we see each other we see each other physically, he's gonna be quiet. Because I know a bitch ass nigga when I see one. Plus, to the pimping, I'ma indirectly but directly tell you who I'm talking about without me saying his name. But it was a video some years back. Hold on. There we go. It was a few more P's, that was there in this video. But they was in Vegas. And the nigga Phil Jackson, you know what I mean? And may God be merciful to Phil. Blessings to my youngin'. But Phil Jackson was sitting over there roasting the shit out this nigga. This nigga had his shirt buttoned up all the way to the top. He was just looking goofy. He looked, and not saying that, you gotta have, but just him, man. He had on a Wonder Years shirt. You got to be old enough to know what I'm talking about when I say the show Wonder Years. But the nigga had on a Wonder Years shirt, had his button up all the way to the top, came to Vegas just looking a fool. First of all, he started the game at like 41 years old. So he already looked dumb. And this same dude, every time my name is mentioned, every time it's a video of me posted, he just be in the comment section just percolating. He just be in the comment section just gyrating. He be in the comment section twerking. He be in the comment section pussy popping. He cannot just see me and just let me just go on about my business. Anytime my name come up, he just start pussy popping. You know what I mean? He pull out the go get 'em girl dress and just act a fool. But and you know, he from New York too. Shout out to my niggas from New York, but nothing about this dude says New York. You know what I mean? Everything about this nigga is lame. You know, New York niggas is known, you know, especially coming from his era, they was known for being fly. They was known for being jeweled up and, you know what I mean, being the fly ass charismatic niggas. Nothing about this dude says New York in that era. New York was setting standards for fashion. Like, what happened with this nigga? You know? But let me just say this. Okay, the same veteran bitch that I'm talking about, he ends up meeting the bitch. And the bitch, Steven, what's going on? That's my cousin right there. Hey, family. But he tells the bitch, this same nigga that be speaking on me, that I know wouldn't say a goddamn thing that I was in his face. You know what I mean? Because I didn't tell y'all that. I didn't tell you about the time when he was in a cab and he made a video of him in a cab. And this nigga gonna have a caption of, yeah, man, some of you niggas is scared to even go back to y'all hood. Some of you niggas can't go back to y'all hood. You know what I mean? Some of y'all niggas can't even go home. And he got a caption. Hold on. The video is just him in a dusty ass cab riding past, you know, a hood in New York, but he never gets out the car. Not one time did this nigga sit up there, you understand me, and get out the car. Not one time. You know, but he sits up there and makes a video like, yeah, y'all scared to go to y'all hood. Like, you in the hood. Nigga, you in a cab and you never show you getting out of the cab. He just a goofy. But anyway, the nigga sit up there and tell the bitch, oh, it's okay, listen, don't be afraid to meet me. You know what I mean? I just want to chop it up. This not no breaking. He told this bitch that has a reputation for getting broke on that this ain't no breaking. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said, you know what I mean, that you came around a veteran hoe. You know what I mean? I don't even really like her, but I can't take it for she did some things in the back in the day because I can't take that. She at one time she was a get money motherfucker. And she did give dude over 10 years. Can't take that from her. You know, from the time that she was with Charm, she paid the shit out of Charm. When she was with Johnny Barriz, for the time she was with him, she paid the shit out of Johnny Barriz. You know what I'm saying? I can't deny that. You know? So whether you dislike a person or not, don't ever allow yourself to get so emotional where you start lying. That's one thing SinFulTheP will never do. So I'ma respect that. You know what I mean? He sat up there and told this veteran hoe that it's not gonna be no breaking. Don't worry, we can meet. It's not gonna be no breaking. I just want to chop it up with you. Once again, don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Come on, man. There's 468 people listening. Get my likes up over 400, man. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. What are you waiting on? Hit the like button. The more likes, the more recommendations for the video. You know what I mean? Get them notifications out there. Hit that like button. But he told the bitch no breaking. And she met him. They chopped it up. And just like he said, there was no breaking. So, of course, the bitch had the spirit of comfortability coming around the nigga because he had promised her that it would be no breaking. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you meeting up with hoes and you telling hoes, you know, man, we can just talk and just chop it up. This ain't gonna be no breaking. A pimp is not gonna tell no motherfucker, a known hoe in the game, you know what I mean, that this ain't gonna be no breaking. Cause bitch, if you meet SinFulTheP physically and we meet eye to eye, face to face, yes, bitch, I am not, hold on, let me make that known. I am not these niggas. So yes, there's going to be a breaking. If you meet up with Sinful the P, we face to face, ain't gonna be no, oh my God, it's you. And we hug each other, we kicking it, and you know what I mean? We buddies and all that shit, and then we just go on our separate way. No, bitch, there's going to be a breaking. Don't let it be said that you did that. That a homie go, new child. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. There's going to be a breaking. Yes, she was still active at the nigga. She's still active now. This wasn't during the time that she was married. This wasn't during the time. You know how these anybody know this game like that. You know it's gonna come a time where these bitches. Like I told you. You know, Monday the bitch want to be a hoe. Tuesday the bitch want to be an astronaut. Wednesday the bitch want to be a doctor. Thursday the bitch want to start a salon. Friday the bitch want to be a firefighter. Saturday the bitch want to be a part of the Black Lives Matter movement. Sunday the bitch want to be an activist for renegades. Monday she want to be a hoe again. That's why I told you you can't allow, you know, what you do to be based on what she do. Because whether this bitch is or not, I am. I am that I am. You know what I mean? I'm a pimp. So whether the bitch lose her mind, whether she fag off, whether she blow up, whatever the fuck the bitch do, I know one thing, when she bring her dizzy ass back to me, guess what I'm gonna be? The same motherfucking thing that I was when that bitch lost her mind, a motherfucking pimp. I'm just gonna be pimping on another level. You know what I mean? That's just it. When the bitch come back, I'm just pimping on another level. But I never sit up there, you understand me, and switched up. That's what the bitch do. A motherfucking double-minded hoe is unstable in all her ways. I'm expecting the bitch, you know what I mean, to not have stability at times. You govern by how you feel. I'm governed by what I know, and you govern by how you feel. There's a difference between us. That's why as men, we can't allow ourselves to emotionally react. Why? Because once we emotionally react to situations, we moving like the hoe now. You moving like the bitch now. You in your feelings just like her. You can't bring restoration to the situation because you emotionally reacting just like her. So if I'm emotional, I can't lift her up. Hold on. I can't lift her up when she's down. I can't give her words of encouragement to go to the pavement. I can't provide the enlightenment that she's in need of. Why? Because I'm in my feelings just like she is. So that's why it's mandatory. It's imperative for every male representative of the game to mentally respond instead of emotionally reacting. We can't emotionally react. You know what I mean? We can't sit up there, you know what I mean, and get in our feelings. Nobody's fool. Hey, baby. Morning to you, love. Blessings to you. We can't emotionally react like the woman. You got to be the shoulder that she can lean on. But I keep telling you about you niggas, man. You taking the job from the bitch. The bitch can't even be a bitch because you niggas is filling out the application and y'all is taking the jobs of these bitches. Bitch can't cry no more. Bitch can't be in her feelings no more. She can't be feminine no more. She can't be sensitive no more because you niggas done filled out all the job applications and took all of these positions. You took the feminine position. You took the bitch position. You took the weak position. You took the victim position. And that's exactly why, you understand me, you can't sit up there and be a blessing to your woman because you done took the position of your woman. All of the positions. The bitch like, damn, what is it left for me to do? The bitch can't even get on her period because you already on yours. She can't even get on her period because you on yours. The bitch can't put on her panties. Shout out to you, bro. Rayvon, thank you, man. Appreciate the 20. The bitch can't even sit up there and wear her panties because you already have them on. You think you look better in her panties than she do. You like, man, you know what I mean? Like, like she look cool, but you in the mirror talking about, baby. You know what I mean? You sitting up there talking about, now I ain't gonna lie, my bitch look cool with these on, but baby, let me tell you, when I put it on though, You know what I mean? She ain't even, hold on. Look at the nigga. He in the mirror talking about she ain't as thick as me. You know what I mean? That's the type of guys that we got right now. We have a huge population of niggas who have stole the role from the bitch. He cannot pimp properly. Because he already fell down before she fell. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Pete, what you saying about that? Don't let it be said that you wasn't a man. This message is much deeper than just the pimp. Don't let it be said that you wasn't a man. Don't let it be said that you was faced with circumstances of being a man, and when the game called you and you was next up to the plate, instead of you coming up to the plate to hit a home run, you continued to sit on the bench and complain. You got niggas right now, the game is calling them to the plate. It's their turn. It's your turn to hold the baseball bat. It's your turn to sit up there and either strike out or hit a home run. But instead of them going up to the plate and taking a chance of either winning or failing, he's already failed already because he's just sitting on the bench like a bitch complaining. Man, the game ain't what it used to be. Man, the hoes ain't what they used to be, man. You know what I mean? These bitches ain't really choosing no more. You know what I mean? Bitches is blowing up. You know what I mean? Left and right, man. I can't stand this shit, man. Like, man. You know what I'm saying? And these bitches is just disrespectful, man. I wish I could just go back to the old days, man. This shit ain't cool. You know what I mean? Just a male Jezebel ass nigga in distress. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you wasn't a man to the woman. I'm talking to the pimping, but I'm talking to you squares too. Don't let it be said that you wasn't a man to this woman. Don't let it be said that the bitch had you so in your feelings that she knew how to press your buttons. You can't even pimp. You can't even give the other women within the family what they in need of, because there's one woman within the family. She know how to press your buttons. She know how to make you get in your feelings. She know how to make your pimping. She know how to make you put your little pimping down. And now you in your feelings. You know what I mean? Going back and forth with her. So the other hoes, they can't get words of exhortation. They can't get words of encouragement. Why? Because you in a confrontation with this one bitch. And now you done sit up there and gotten your feelings so bad that now, you know, when it come time for these other hoes to get an encouragement speech before sitting over there going to work, you can't even motivate your hoes. You can't even motivate your hoes like you normally do. You're not even giving a motivational speech, you know, prior to work like you normally do. This one bitch that, hold on. This one bitch that sit up there and got you so in your feelings that you can't even pimp that. You know what I mean? You in your feelings like a little kid that was told by his mother that he can't go outside today. So you just huffing and pouting. You know what I mean? Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Now, let me give some other examples, because there's so many, man. Lord, I'm really not trying to be on here for 3 hours, but man, this shit right here is so heavy. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you wasn't a man to your woman. Make sure you hit that like button. Get them likes up. But let me also say this. We got some people in the game that's living off the earnings of prostitution. I mean, they doing it. They living off the earnings. You know, can't take that from them. They living off the earnings, but they just not pimping. Not doing no pimping. P, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? I'll give you an example. There was one guy, we used to have a group on Facebook. Okay, and those that remember, I'm just gonna give you some initials, PT. And so this group, in order to get in this group, you had to at least have 3 pimps to vouch for your pimping. Not that they seen you on the internet. It had to be 3 pimps that seen you in the streets pimping. All right. In order to get in this group, it had to be individuals that physically seen you doing your thing in this city. It couldn't be because you had followers, you had 2,000 friends on Facebook, you had the hottest mixtape out. No, the prerequisite to be in this group was actual authentic pimps had to see you pimping in these cities. They had to vouch for you. You know what I mean? So, this one cat, he appeared to be doing this thing. We knew him. I had seen him physically. This before everybody found out his business. Because he was presenting himself to be, this dude. And I knew he wasn't that dude because me and the nigga used to talk, for a minute. He used to be my nigga. But as we kept talking and talking, I found out that he was green. He was green as a pool table. I found out that a lot of times the reason why he would call me and hold on. There we go. I found out the reason why, he would want to call and chop it up was simply because he was green as fuck and he really didn't have knowledge of the game like that. So the nigga basically was able to put on an image on Facebook for a while. I'm talking about, man, it appeared that he was really doing his thing. But really, he was just living off credit. And no disrespect to the credit pimps. And I'm not against credit because I so happen to have excellent credit myself. Why I didn't pull his coat? Because at the time I was ignorant. I ended up pulling his coat. But at that time, when we first was coming in the group, I didn't know of his situation. That's why I said you got to listen. If you notice what I said in the story in the beginning, he was able to paint a picture and it appeared to be something that it wasn't. So you can't pull somebody coat if you're not knowledgeable. You know what I mean? People, how did you become knowledgeable? Because basically what happens is, this is what I want to tell you guys, when you're dealing with hoes are going to talk. Okay? Square prostitutes are even going to talk. They going to let it be known that there was no pimping going on. Everything was cool until he started having this bitch leave. This bitch got out of pocket. Now, before this bitch got out of pocket, or before this bitch chose up, or before this bitch blew up, he was able to put on that image. So nobody really knew his situation, like that. So how you gonna pull a nigga coattail? You don't know yet. So, but one thing about this game, when you dealing with hoes, when you dealing with bitches, sooner or later, your information gonna get out there. Yeah, it's gonna get out there because you dealing with bitches. And bitches is gonna get into some evangelism about your ism, or bitches is gonna get into some evangelism with the criticism about your alleged, pimping. So, make a long story short, I remember one time he put up a picture and it was two bitches walking towards a jet. And the caption said, this how I'm the caption of the picture. It was a picture of two bitches walking towards a jet. And the caption said, this is how I'm sending them. So of course, you know what I mean? We thinking bro just, he young in the game and just pimping on another level. He just doing his thing. We not trying to examine this pimping. You know what I mean? At that time, we was cool. So make sure you hit the like button, man. Come on, it's 523 people listening, but it's only 300. Hold on. I don't mean to be arrogant or anything like that, but come on, man. I got the best content. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Hit that like button. But, okay, check it out. He put a caption up, this how I'm sending them. So we proud of P. We like, okay, I see you, P. That's what's up. But see, once them bitches start choosing up, once them bitches start blowing up, we found out the reason why he was able to send them bitches to a jet. You know, we found out that you fucking with the escort service. That's why. See, in the beginning, we thought that he was pimping 7 days like us. But come to find out, you know what I mean? The nigga was the nigga was only sending them girlfriend prostitutes out the door 3 days out of the 7. You know what I'm talking about? So check, let me just say this. I could give a less fuck if a nigga was sitting on $1 billion. You know what I mean? I could give a less, but P, he got the airplane. But P, he just bought a helicopter. But P, he set up there. And let me say this, in Vegas, niggas are able to make things appear to be something that it's not. I'm not trying to, you know, call out your favorite pimp, but some of them niggas that y'all be admiring, these niggas be living in areas where the cost of living is the best definition of cheap. I'm not mad at them. You know what I mean? That's what's up. That's wise. Do your thing. But don't make it seem like you king of the pimp, you doing your thing. You know what I mean? You on another dimension that no other pimp has reached. And you living in places like Vegas. Or you living in places like Texas. No disrespect. This ain't no shot at nobody. But you have those that will pretty much make themselves as if they pimping is on a whole nother level, when in all reality, you just stay in an area where the cost of living is cheap and you able to get you a mansion and up and downstairs Watusi, Georgia. You able to get you a mansion in behind the back door in the basement, nobody know, Mississippi. You able to sit up there, you understand me, and get you, you know what I mean, a mansion and we ain't never heard of, we ain't never seen of, you know what I mean, Iowa. Yeah. You know what I mean, in these places, because the cost of living is cheap. And I'm not mad at you, do your thing. Let me say this. But don't sit up there and present it like you got a mansion in Bel Air or you got a mansion in Calabasas. Don't make it seem like you got 5 mansions in Lakeshore Drive. Don't do that. Stop it. It's not like that. It's not like that. Tell somebody to say it's not like that. But he was able to make things appear that he was on another level. But no, in all actuality, you basically, you know what I mean, you with the escort service and you sending these bitches out 3 days a week. And, you know, when you working with the escort service, you know what I mean, you pretty much got, you know, things worked out. It's like a regular little job, man. You sharing your trap with the other man. Now, when you bound by the spirit of pimping, you know, you gonna have kind of like, that's gonna kind of rub you the wrong way. You know what I mean? When you sitting over there sharing, you know, your trap with the businessman. And let me say this, and I hope I do offend when I say that. Some of these niggas are sharing the trap with the businesswoman. Now, here he is, niggas supposed to be big pimping, but they sending their hoes to escort services that be owned by a woman. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. But I mean, to each his own, man. Because one thing I know about this lifestyle, as long as you got some materialism, niggas will accept you as the ism. If you got some materialism, people will accept you in this game as some ism. You could be like, man, this nigga sat up there and got that Ferrari out that transsexual. And you got evidence to prove it. Niggas gonna be like, man, I don't give a fuck. That Ferrari clean as hell. Be like, hey man, you know what I mean? Dude sit up there and snitched on P and ended up knocking them for the getting that bitch. Yeah, man, but that bitch sat up there, man, and gave him $130,000, man, as soon as that P got locked up. They don't care. You know, if you got some materialism, they will accept you as ism. Majority of these niggas. As long as you make it look good, as long as you look like you're winning, you will be accepted and respected as a winner. It's sad, but it's true. I'm just keeping it thorough. Now, to the few to the few authentic P's, no, they, a pimp that ain't a pimp could be holers and dolers and still talk shit. You know what I mean, to your motherfucking non-pimping ass. He don't give a fuck. They're gonna accept the fact that this guy has materialistic things. They're like, I hear what you're saying, P, and yeah, yeah, P, I know about the transsexual, but I can't lie, that trainee be staying in pocket, man. That nigga been down for that nigga. Gave that nigga 2 Range Rovers and a Ferrari. Come on, P, but that's a punk, man. We can't fuck with no punks, man. I hear what you saying, P, but he getting money. That's the type of niggas we got in the game today. You know what I mean? So I said all that to say this. There's certain P's that's fucking with the escort service. I don't want you to think that, Sinful said if you fucking with the escort service that you not a pimp. I didn't say that. But one thing that I will say is, is this pimpish? Will you consider this to be, some pimping? That you sharing a percentage, of your dough that you got from the hoe, with this square dude or this square bitch. Because believe it or not, you do have women who own, escort services. So you and your bitch work for this bitch. You break on the bitch, but you're breaking on your bitch after basically, your bitch that got broke on. But I mean, hey, if you don't see nothing wrong with it, hey, that's on you. You know what I mean? Hey, baby, who am I? I'm just SinFulTheP talking my shit. Don't mind me, baby. But yeah, that escort service shit, yeah, I ain't with all that, man. You know what I mean? I ain't never sent the bitch to no motherfucker. I don't know what an escort service dollar look like. You know what I mean? I never counted $1 from the escort service. Not one. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, scratch that. That's a lie. You know what I mean? I knocked a bitch from an escort service, and after I knocked her, she was no longer in an escort service. You know what I mean? Let me change that. But I never sent, the proper thing for me to say is, I never sent the bitch to an escort service. That just never was my thing. I can't see the pimping doing it unless he owns the escort service. You know what I mean? I always had something against that. I'm not with that shit. But I said that to say this. Another thing that that just wasn't right. Like I keep telling you guys, man, them bitches is gonna put it out there. Now here you giving these bitches the heaven treatment, even though they ain't done nothing on earth to deserve it. But here you is giving these bitches the heaven treatment, and for this bitch to blow up or choose up, leave you, and then talk down on you. You was only sending them hoes out the door 3 days within the 7. But the bitch leave you or choose up, and now she's sitting over there talking about the very thing that you thought that these bitches would respect and love you for. You know what I mean? Bitch sitting over there talking, no, we only went out 3 days. You only went out 3 days. Well, bitch, you ain't gonna do that with me. Okay. Bitch, sit up there and leave your non-pimping ass and go to a pimp that's pimping 7 days a week, because this pimping is 7 days. I don't fuck what you niggas heard. You know what I mean? Now, there's some pimps that made some mistakes, as far as with that escort getting involved with that shit. But let me say this, man. Just because the outcome is some income, that don't change the wrong into being right. Some of y'all niggas got that twisted. You think because the outcome turned into some income that now the wrong is right. No, the wrong is still wrong. It's still wrong, P. Listen, I don't have nothing to do with that escort shit. Pimping is 7 days a week. 7 days. Now, every now and then, a pimp gonna let a hoe, enjoy her birthday. Pimp gonna let the bitch enjoy her birthday. Sometimes, the pimp might kick it with his hoes. He might take his hoes to a concert. He might take his hoes out wherever he want to take them out to. He might sit up there and take his hoes to the museum. You know, he might surprise them and, you know what I mean, take them somewhere else for some good entertainment. You know what I mean? He might tell the hoe, go ahead, man, take the day off here. Take this and, go ahead and go shopping. Or here, man, take this amount of money and go take your mama shopping. Yeah, go pick your mama up and go take her shopping. For real? Yeah, bitch, for real. Get the fuck out of my face. Go on, bitch. I got some pimping to do. Yeah, tell your mama I said hi. You know what I mean? Pimping do that. The pimping will, hold on. The pimping will do that. The pimping. Okay, hold on. The signal back. This is not slavery. So the pimping does allow the bitch to have some enjoyment, to go fellowship with her family, to go take her mama out. You know what I mean? The pimping allows that. All of these interviews that be coming out and bitches crying, talking about, he never let me go nowhere. He never, so Belinda, what was you able to do? All he ever did was just send me to the track, and then he would put, chains on me and put me in the closet. Wait a minute. So after you would spend 13 hours on the track, he would just put you in a closet? Yes, and he'd have chains on me, and then he'd give me a doggy bowl and let me eat out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of these interviews. I'm tired of that shit. Like, how many bitches y'all gonna put on that's doing all that woe is me, lamentations and weeping their teeth and shit? I'm tired of that shit, man. Put on some real hoes. God damn. Trying to make the game look like the whole population of women is just bitches that's sitting over there crying and locked up. They can't do nothing. They don't have no fashion designer clothes. They don't got no foreign. They don't got no jewelry. They can't see their family. Man, stop that shit, man. Putting on all of these cracker toots and all these old handsome ass bitches and shit, crying left and right. How this nigga did her wrong and how this nigga did this and that. Man, I'm so tired of that shit. All these old weak ass bitches crying about a lifestyle that they never even participated in. Stop it. But look, man, check this shit out. By him not pimping 7 days a week, and also let me say this again. You know what I mean? Man. Like I said, don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Notice the pimps, the guys that profess to be pimps, that speak against the track, are niggas that never had no money from the track. Niggas that make statements like, it's only so far that you could go, fucking with the track. These are niggas that never pimped on the track. These are niggas that basically never basically had no money like that on the blade. Hold on. For all them niggas that be presenting themselves to be bigger and better and higher than the track, and they present themselves like they graduated and elevated from the track, hey man, ask them, have they ever received what Gangsta Brown received from the track? Cause that came from the track, right? Yeah. The biggest licks in the game came from being outside, right? Yeah, it didn't come from a hotel room sitting over there waiting by a fucking phone. The biggest licks in the game did not come from a bitch waiting in a fucking hotel room, sitting over there waiting on calls to come to her fucking phone. When you think, if you sit there and think long enough, the biggest licks in the game, things that you was like, wow, things that you was like, God damn, she gave him that? Damn, P got that? All of them licks that you niggas be smiling and sitting over there, you understand me, classic stories about, none of that shit came from Backpage. None of that shit came from OnlyFans. None of that shit, you understand me, came from Arrows. None of that shit. Red Book. None of that shit came from that. It's been some licks here and there that was hit, but not on that level. The biggest licks that was ever hit, I think I might even do a video and just go through a list of some of the biggest licks that was hitting the game so you niggas can get this history. But the biggest licks that was hitting the game, nigga, it was outside. So the next time motherfuckers sit up there and try to put the track down, ask them, you know, cause they talking about all this big money that they getting. You know what I mean? All of this big money. But what they never tell you is, you know, how the lines slow down. They'll tell you how much they checking on the lines and how this area was treating them good. You know what I mean? And some will tell you, you know what I mean, about, oh, I got this, and you know, the strip club been doing me like this. But what happens when the strip club get closed down? What happened when that website get closed down because there's been too many minors on there, you know what I mean, getting kidnapped and raped and, you know what I mean, human trafficked allegedly and all that shit. What happens to them sites? What happens to the strip? What happens to your money when the strip club get closed the fuck down and you don't know how to pimp on these streets? Say you've been in the game 15, 20 years. Hold on. You got niggas in the game that say they've been in this lifestyle 15, 20 years. But they don't know nothing about that. I give you a good example, and this ain't to bring him down, but I'm just telling it like a motherfucking is. But when it come to Danky, I'm not saying that Danky not no P, but I'm saying that he not no P. But what I mean by that is, you know what I mean? Dank didn't sit up there, you understand me, and he didn't know how to pimp in Cali. Now here you is claiming to be a 20-year vet, but when you come to California, you just as green as a motherfucker, you understand me, with a green card, you know what I mean, in the States. You was born in the States, but you still got your green card. Come on, my nigga. We're gonna keep this shit 100 today. Tell somebody and say, keep this shit 100. You know, get my likes up above 500. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. If you ain't at my Patreon, make sure you carry your Boston baked bean head ass to my Patreon. Hit that link right now. Spend that $5 and bring your ass back. But yeah, the nigga was in Cali and he didn't know what the fuck to do. He didn't know where to send it. He didn't know what to do at all. He had to depend on Freeze because he didn't know. Why? Because Vegas has made a way for niggas who never really pimped before, you know, a really, you know, I ain't gonna say incapable, because, you know, who am I? You know, he might have it, I don't know. But niggas stay in Vegas because it's easier, it's convenient. You know what I mean? It's convenient. Now here it is, I told you about that time, you know what I mean, niggas sit up there, because at that time, he couldn't hold a bitch for 30 days by the grace of God. Once he lost his boo, the bitch that he had over 10 years, that bitch took that nigga's pimping, put that shit in the motherfucking suitcase, and left with his shit. You know what I mean? Seriously. You know what I mean? You could get on Google right now and Google Danky's pimping, and Google couldn't even find that shit, because the bitch got it. The bitch sat up there and took Danky's pimping, put that shit right in the motherfucking suitcase and left with that shit. He ain't even cry after. He was like, bitch, my pimping. Bring my pimping back, bitch. Don't take my pimping. The bitch sat up there, you understand me, and sit up there. No, don't do me like that. Hold on. I gotta make sure my signal right. You know, don't do me like that, baby. Give me my pimping back. Nah. I don't like the way you've been talking lately. I'm taking it. Baby, no, don't do that. I ain't gonna be able to live no more. I ain't gonna be able to do my thing. Nah, I don't like the way you've been talking to me lately. Like, you know what I mean? I allow you to talk to your little pimp friends like you a pimp, but you've been going off on me. You know what I mean? Like you a big dog or something, like you a hog in the game. Nigga, fuck that. I'm taking your pimping too. No, baby, don't do that. Oh, baby, I deserve ass nigga. You know what I mean? For you to take my pimping, baby, I deserve. For me to do some simping, for baby, I deserve. For you to take my pimping and put it in the bag, baby, I deserve. For me to start messing with punks and some facts, baby, I deserve. You know what I mean? Oh, maybe I deserve ass nigga. But The bitch sat up there, you understand me? Took that nigga pimping, wrapped that shit up, put it in the suitcase, and that nigga, you ain't heard shit from no Danky P. That name ain't been ringing no motherfucking bells or none of that shit. After he lost his boot thing, what is it? The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone, nigga. You know what I mean? Gone. You know what I mean? Gone. After that bitch left with that nigga's pimping and put a seal on it. She put a seal on that motherfucking suitcase. He can't even get it out. Even if he had the suitcase, he can't even get it out. The bitch got a seal on there called game, and he don't even got the pen to get the shit out. He can't even get his pimping out the suitcase. The bitch got it. So after the bitch sat up there and did the Barry Sanders with Danky's pimping and just motherfucking juked his ass and ran the fuck off with it, did the Walter Payton on him and, you know what I mean, stiffed on him. The nigga basically couldn't hold on to a bitch for motherfucking 30 days by the grace of God after that. But this one situation, look, the game is so good that it even be blessing niggas. You know what I mean? Johnny has set up there. This is true shit. Johnny gave the nigga a bitch. You know what I mean? Helped him get a bitch. He had one of Johnny Cash ex-hoes. But due to the fact that he had got so used to having wifey around, you know what I mean, his boo, he's sitting over there, you know what I mean, in the bed, snoring, you know what I mean? And you know he got a cocked eye. So you know what I mean? The eye backsliding from the game, his eye not in pocket with the game, his eye not in the will of God, his eye not in the will of the game. So just imagine a bitch, you know what I mean? She's seducing and reducing tricks all night, and she come from work, and when she walk in the motherfucking room, she come to the motherfucking weekly. It's this fat ass nigga, you know what I mean, with his eye open, and then you don't know whether he looking at you or not. You don't know whether to do some fag shit or continue to be a hoe or not. You don't know, you know, if you could do it or not because his eye open and it look like it's looking at you, but then it look like it's looking at the ceiling. The bitch don't know what the fuck to do. So, you know what I mean? The bitch didn't know what to do, but that bitch ended up blowing up. Then the game blessed him with something proper. Bitch sit up there, you understand me, and give him a white bitch. What I tell you niggas, don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Because see, when you don't pimp, you make provisions for people to assassinate, for people to abolish your so-called pimping. When you don't pimp, you make provisions for people to roast your motherfucking ass cross country. When you don't pimp, you make provisions for a pimp to roast you in another country. I'm internationally roasting this nigga. Not only did I talk shit in the States, but now I'm in another country. I'm internationally roasting. You know what I mean? International, bitch. But no, you know, he had sit up there and knocked this little white thing. We was all happy for him. Me, Johnny Cash, especially me and Johnny Freeze was happy too, but me and Johnny was real happy for Dank. We was like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Dank about to take off now. Yeah, Dank about to take off now, you know what I mean? Because I've always been like that. I'm always cheering up the pimping, always applauding the pimping, always exalting the pimping, you know, motivating the pimping. And I just be happy to see when a pimp lost his bottom game or he lost a bitch that was really going strong for him. You know, no, she cool. That Trinity Time Travels, she cool. Clip, she cool. The little Trinity Time Travels, she be over here with us. That's YouTube family. She family. Hold on. That's a real person. That's not Keisha behind that one. So, you know, the nigga sat up there and knocked some proper work. She white, she was thick. We was so happy for him because I'd be glad when niggas that lost their bottom game or got knocked or a bitch thought that everything was gonna stop, you know what I mean, because you left. You know what I mean? So even though it's dang situation, I'm happy like it's mine. Like, yeah, bitch, you sat up there and left the pimpin', but bitch, don't nothing stop because bitch, you done left. You know what I mean? Bitch, a nigga can't pimp no more, bitch, because you left. Nigga can't have money no more because you gone. Nigga can't have brand new, marketable, profitable hoes because you gone, bitch, you got me fucked up. Bitch, carry your raggedy ass on. Bitch, you forgot you's a thought out of my infinite mind. Bitch, I created your motherfucking ass. And so, even though it wasn't my situation, but I was pumped up like that, I really wanted to see Danky really just mash on this fresh white bitch, man, and get his money. And, you know, Dank sitting over there with the bitch, you know what I mean? At that time, King Sean was out there too. You know what I mean? There was a few P's that pretty much had spared Danky. And what I mean by sparing them, meaning that they knew that the bitch was knockable, you know, but they just wanted to see Dank win so bad because, you know what I mean, the nigga ain't had a good hoe since Jesus was crucified. So, you know, we thinking that, you know what I mean, it's time for him to come up. But there was certain P's that still wanted the bitch, you know what I mean? So they're still sweating. But make a long story short, I told Dank, you know what I mean? Johnny told Dank, no, Dank, just stay out there in that Cali, man. Get your money, man. You know what I mean? Just stay put. I was like, Dank, Cali gonna treat you so good that even, let's just say if the bitch was to blow up, let's just see, hold on. There we go. You know, let's just say if the bitch was to blow up, you still gonna be maintaining that hoe. I mean, you still gonna be maintaining some dough. You might not have a hoe no more, but the way Cali getting ready to treat you, California about to put you in position for your next hoe. You know what I mean? So just let Cali sit up there and take care of you, because everybody know this. I don't know how y'all see California, but if I'm fucked up, I'm going to Cali. Why am I going to Cali? Because I know that California is the state of consistency. California is the state of consistency. California is going to give. Hold on. She might not hit over 100,000. You know what I mean? She might not bring you, appreciate the 5J. You know, she might not bring you a watch tonight or whatever. But one thing that California is going to do is allow this hoe or these hoes to get them racks. Yeah. You could sit up there, you understand me, and build up on something. You could put them 12s on top of them 17s. You could put, you know what I mean, them 11s on top of them 19s. You could put them 22s, you know, on top of them 11s. You know what I mean? You could sit up there and stack, put that 13, you know what I mean, you understand me, with that 17. You could do that. Oh, you had a bad night tonight? Okay, you only made 800. Okay, don't even worry about it. Go ahead and take a little hoe nap. And you know what I mean, Sepulveda didn't treat us like it was supposed to, but it's okay, bitch. Go ahead and take a little nap. We gonna be on that hoe. Yeah, we gonna hit that Pomona and see what that do. You know what I'm saying? That's just how Cali do, man. California is beautiful. Shout out to every motherfucking real stump down, cross country, authentic California pimp and California hoe. I love you motherfuckers. And I love California. Punchy, man, good looking, man. But you know, I'm sitting over there pumping this all in his head. I'm telling all of these California testimonies, because I got California testimonies for days, you know, and then all of that, let me also throw that on there, all of that shit on how a pimp can't get rich. Hey, man, I'm going to be quiet because I don't know if certain pimps want me to tell their business, man. But I know certain P's that kept 5 and 6 motherfucking white hoes down and about it on them Cali tracks, nigga, for years. And them niggas was sitting on motherfucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, nigga, of whole dollars. Whole dough. You know what I mean? So no, we're not about to minimize and criticize, you know what I mean, some stump down, you know what I mean, P's and shit, you know what I mean, that's getting they shit, you know what I mean, the Cali way, the Blade way. No, that's not what we gonna do. You know what I mean? Nah. So, long story short, I'm telling Dank all of these California testimonies, because anybody know Johnny known from getting money all over the land, but he not known for getting money in California because he never really got no money. And I'm not, this ain't no diss. This is just real. Like Johnny Cash don't really have no California. He not just a Memphis pimp. Hold on. Johnny not just a Memphis pimp, he's a Memphis ass nigga. So with that being said, Bro, with the exception of Freeze, bro really didn't even like Cali niggas like that. If we just gonna be honest. He think they can't dress. He think they always want to they can't decide whether they want to pimp a gang bang. That's just and it ain't just Johnny. This is like if you just got a lot of Memphis partners, a lot of Memphis niggas see Cali niggas like that. They do. Just like a lot of Cali pimps think that some of the Memphis pimps is stupid. But that's another subject. But man, keeping that shit all the way. Nah, I don't know him. I don't know him, family. I only know a few pimps, actual real pimps from Philly, and I don't know him. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Getting back to this game that I never left, I'm sitting over there shooting, motivating Danky, giving him words of exhortation, but due to the fact that he was so used to a convenient situation, he didn't pimp. In the language of simplicity, he did not pimp. He didn't want to pimp. This is just the real. He didn't want to pimp. That's why a lot of y'all stay in places like Vegas. You're afraid to get on the road or go get on the plane and go somewhere that you're unfamiliar with because you're afraid to pimp. You're afraid to pimp. You know what I mean? You got limitations on your so-called pimping. You don't have faith in that shit that you call pimping. You don't have faith in your pimping. You don't know what it's like to go to a city that you never been to and stay down until you come up. You don't know nothing about going to the east or the Midwest or the South, you know what I mean, to sit up there and stay down until you come up. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know what it's like sitting over there listening to some motherfucking sugar-free Last of the Dinosaurs on your way, you know what I mean, to a place you never motherfucking been to, you know what I mean, before. But you just got faith in your pimping that even though you ain't never been to this place, you know what I mean, that you getting ready to knock something. You know what I mean? And because of your motherfucking faith, because of your boldness, because you understand me, of your confidence, you didn't even get a chance to make it to the place. You done fucked around and knocked the bitch on the damn Greyhound. Now the place that you're going to, now you got to think about where you're getting ready to send this new bitch that you just knocked on the Greyhound, you know what I mean, to this new destination that you're going to. Come on, man. This is pimping. Pimps have faith and they pimping. Hold on. It's some niggas that be sitting over there trying to speak on me and speak on this game, and the only two places these niggas know is motherfucking Vegas and Miami. You know what I mean? And I ain't disrespecting Vegas and Miami. It's some cool places like that. But hey, man, do some pimping. Move around. Go somewhere. You know what I mean? Your pimping boring as fuck. You ain't never done nothing. You ain't never been through nothing. You ain't never been tested. You don't even know what you're capable of. You don't even know the power that's in you. If there is any in there. You don't even know if there's a power in you. You know what I mean? You might be on Easy E. You might be on, and what I mean by that, I always say that, you know what I mean? Be like, man, how much gas you got? Oh, you on Easy E, meaning empty. You know what I mean? You on that E. You empty with the shit. Shout out to New Child. And now that wasn't no shot at the legend. We already know Easy is a legend. That was not. But I always used to say that. Oh damn, P, you need some gas, man. Your shit on Easy. But you know what I mean? I just never understood that. Niggas never knew what it was like to go pimp. What do you have against pimping? So instead of Danky staying down, you know what I mean, till he came up, he go back to Vegas. But before, hold on. He go back to Vegas, and let me put that in there. Of course, he didn't call the pimping. Shout out to New Child. New Child, I thought you was 007, balanced 007 earlier, because I seen him with the blazer on, and I assume, you know what I mean, that it was you. But it was him earlier. But shout out to New Child, man. Blessings. But, man, let's just keep this thing all the way, you know what I mean, 100, man. You know, he didn't want to pimp. So he leaves California, the land of blades, you know, where he could have kept this thick-ass white bitch, because the bitch was cute in the face, and she was thick as hell, you know. And you didn't keep the bitch down, you know what I mean, to sit up there and come up on these Cali blades. You went where it was convenient. How does a pimp become knowledgeable about an area? By doing some pimping. How does a pimp become knowledgeable of what pimps is in town? By doing some pimping. But he didn't want to do no pimping. He went back to where it was convenient. He went back to Vegas. He went back to La La Land. You know, he went back where it was convenient, you know. And then let's show you how green he is. Watch this. I'm just showing you all. Hold on. The nigga sits up there and send this bitch, you understand me, back to Cali on automatic. Did you hear what I say? He ain't had the bitch for 30, and he had the bitch for 30 days. Didn't even have the bitch for a whole 2 weeks. A week and some change. He goes to Vegas with her for a few days. The bitch say, you know what I mean, I got some clients, I got some regulars out there in Cali. Just let me take care of that and I'm gonna come back. And this nigga sit up there and believe the bitch. Instead of him going with the bitch, if you gonna go, you know, but instead of him, you know what I mean, going with her, or even, you know, even if you didn't go with her, you know, he kept her in Vegas, you know, because you had like, yeah, you know, we're gonna go back to Cali. I just gotta take care of this. But instead of this nigga sitting over there, you understand me? Because I know what happened. I knew what happened before it was even explained to me. The nigga went to motherfucking Vegas and the bitch wasn't used to the carpet. A lot of these track stars, you know what I mean, they go to Vegas and they end up disliking Vegas because they don't catch on immediately. You know, so they get mad. They say ain't no money here. They say fuck Vegas and they say fuck this and fuck that. But it's really not Vegas, it's just you. It's not that it ain't no money in the town. It's just your lack of information on how to get motherfucking accumulation in the motherfucking location of Vegas. Bitch, it's you. It's not Vegas. Vegas had money from when Vegas had money in the beginning, and Vegas gonna have money in the end, bitch. After you die, Vegas still gonna have money in it. You know what I mean? So I laugh when bitches say, ain't no money in Vegas. You know? So make a long story short, this nigga make this green ass move and send the bitch right. He sends the bitch right back to Cali by herself. He ain't got a rapport with the whore. He ain't got no foundation with her. What I teach you guys? This is an old saying back in the old days. Hey man, rules without relationship equal rebellion. Rules without relationship equal rebellion. And you got to think, here you is with this 20-year-old, I think she was 20 or 21. Here you is with this young ass, thick ass white bitch that the game didn't bless you to have, you know what I mean, for you to do some pimping. And you're not looking at it like the way you're supposed to. You're not really funny like that. You know, you not, see niggas, this is what, I'm just keeping this shit all the way 100, man. Niggas never look at it from, if you got a bride that's from the ages of 18 to 25, you know this bitch like, you know this bitch like to laugh. You know she like some type of form of entertainment. You're not funny. You haven't provided anything to make the bitch smile and laugh. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's go through the things. You're not fucking her, so bitch ain't getting no dick. You know what I mean? You haven't provided any type of laughter or smile. The bitch ain't got no joy with you. You ain't had the bitch, you know what I mean, for even 30 days, you know, or really even 14. So you really don't have no foundation with her. So she don't have no emotional ties to you. So what made you think that you was gonna put this bitch on automatic, send the bitch from Vegas back to Cali to take care of that, and she was gonna come back to your cock-eyed, no pimping, no personality, having ass? What made you think that? Goddamn goofy. But another example of when you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. And of course, you know, Johnny and him, they cool now, so Johnny gonna probably deny it. But this is real shit. Man, me and Johnny was so hurt. I say, wait a minute, dang, you did what? I sent her back to Cali. What? Wait a minute. You sent her back to Cali. Why did you send it? I was so upset with this thing. Man, listen, man, Johnny was so upset when we spoke by ourselves. Johnny was like, man, I don't even want to talk to that nigga no more. Because even though, you know what I mean, I'm not going to talk about, because that's one thing sin don't do. I'm not into the business of, I did this for you, I did that for you. I'm not into that. But I speak on what another man did. Johnny was a blessing today. You know what I mean? He had even kicked it with Johnny for Thanksgiving and everything like that, man. Johnny had looked out for Dane. It was a few P's that looked out for Dane. You know what I mean? I was hurt when he actually he lied to somebody talking about sin didn't do that much for me. He didn't do that. I just kept my mouth closed. Because like I said, I'm not in the business of, I did this, I did such and such, such and such, such and such for you. But what I will say, I can say that. I'm not going to go into what I did, but I go into what some of y'all did. Do you not understand that this platform is so powerful that some of the young pimps, you know what I mean, felt sorry for Dank? Because if you remember when Dank used to come on the platform, you know, he presented himself to be, you know, a solid, play it by the book, play it by the rules and regulations. Hold on. So it was a lot of young pimps that sat up there, you understand me, and reached out to Dank. You know what I mean? And gave that nigga jugs. Yeah, it was some pimps, man. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me scratch that a lot. You know what I mean? Because that, you know, sin is not a liar. So I don't want, you know, because I don't, you know, put a lot like it was just thousands of pimps. No. But you know what I mean? It was a few pimps that was coming to his rescue. It was young pimps sending this nigga jugs, and I didn't even know about it. I didn't even know about it until later on, when everything was just, you know, blowing up in smoke. But I didn't know that young pimps was sitting over there, you know what I mean, looking out for Dank, until I had came to Cali and, you know, Peas was letting me know, you know, Freeze was letting me know. I didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, damn, niggas was looking out for you? God damn. I'm just thinking that the veteran pimping is looking out. I'm thinking that the seasoned pimping, but no, you had young pimps that was watching my shit, and they was like, oh man, I'm gonna reach out to Pete, man. Pete just going through it right now. He just need a cool jug, you know what I mean, so he could sit up there and get charged up about this shit. So not only did niggas knock hoes and have bitches because they was on my platform, but also receive jugs because they was on my platform. But they not gonna tell you that, you know. But getting back to this game that I never left, you know, all of these things happen when you don't pimp. Young pimps got to come to your aid when you don't pimp. You know, bitches get to sit up there and say that, you know, you only knew me for 2 seconds. You know what I mean? And you, I told you a lie. I told you that I was going to go see some regulars in Cali, you know, and of course you believe my you believe my not good at lying ass. Eric, appreciate the 20. You believe everything that I told you, you know what I mean, because you didn't pimp. When the bitch left you busted and disgusted in Vegas, when you allowed the bitch to go back to Cali, you didn't have no money. Why you didn't have no money? Because you didn't pimp. When the bitch blew up on them, because we already knew that. Once I was told that he had allowed the bitch to be on automatic in Cali, I was like, man, I know how these young bitches move. I was like, man, that bitch either about to go back to her ex-folks, or that bitch been talking to some nigga on Facebook or Instagram, and she about to go to Cali and meet up, you know what I mean, with this nigga that she been talking to on Instagram or Facebook, and she about to give him some money. She about to give him the racks that Dank could have got. But the reason why, when the bitch blew up, you still had to ask the pimpin' to pay for your weekly is because you didn't check the currency that you were supposed to check out the bitch that the game had blessed you to preside over for the time being. In other words, you didn't pimp. Just had a marketable, profitable, youthful, you know what I mean, bitch around you, and you didn't get what you were supposed to get simply because you didn't pimp. All that nigga had to do was stay his ass in Cali, keep the bitch down, and he would have came up. And eventually, let's say, okay, if the bitch would have blew up in Cali, because she was gonna blow up anyway. But by the time the bitch blew up, he would at least had enough racks where he was in position where he didn't have to ask another pimp for a jug, you know, for transportation, or possibly, you know, buy him a new car, buy him a Cadillac, you know what I mean, so he can move around, you know what I mean? But due to the fact that you didn't pimp, you don't have the power to do these things. That's why you went back to safety zone, which was Vegas. You didn't stay in Cali and actually pimp. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just got to keep that thing, you know what I mean, all the way, you know, 100. You know, when you don't pimp, man, you know, you constantly got to ask another man, you know, can I get something to eat? Or can I have a jug, P? Or could you do this for me, P? Or could I have this? You know, you got to depend on another man to be a blessing to you, because when the game blessed you with an opportunity to pimp, you didn't pimp. And I'm not speaking for all P. I'm just speaking for the certain ones that was in these circumstances. Now you got to sleep on somebody's couch. Now you got to sit up there, you understand me, and go to another man's house. You got to do all of this shit, all because when the game blessed you with opportunities to pimp, you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. You know, that's. I'm going to give you another example. And this ain't, listen, man, I know the shit that I'm saying is going to hit a lot of you niggas in the chest. I understand. Because there's a difference from SinFulTheP and the rest of the YouTubers. They just be telling stories. These are actual street proven facts. I dare a nigga to call up when I open the phone lines and sit up there and say, that didn't happen or this didn't happen. Please do. Please call and say this didn't happen and that didn't happen. Please call me a liar. Exactly. You know? Now, this one dude that I'm about to speak on, using him for an example, like I said, don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. This nigga did some of the gayest shit that you could ever do. And sometimes he's a very likable guy. It's just that I can't get this gay ass, lame ass shit that he did out my motherfucking pimp ass mind, man. I still be remembered when he did this retarded ass shit. P, what you talking about? Okay, man. Now, the nigga right now, he's an internet sensation. He doing this thing on the gram. You know what I mean? He doing this thing. I'm not hating on him. Shout out to him, man. Blessings to him. You know? But he did one of the gayest things that you could ever do in this game. All right. Now, this one little broad that I was talking to, attractive little thing, little light-skinned thing that some of you pimps done played with. What you mean, P? Yeah, some of the pimps, and these are actual pimps. I'm not gonna lie and say these are not pimps. I know sometimes, you know, you get a little lonely. You know what I mean? You get a little horny. You know what I mean? So maybe the bitch caught these niggas when they was lonely and horny. But she done fucked on certain pimps for free. Bullshit ain't nothing. You know, she done fucked on certain pimps for free. You know what I'm saying? She done caught certain pimps for free. And the reason why I know this to be true is because, you know me, man, I had to talk to the pimping. And, you know what I mean, 1P, he just kept that shit all the way 100. That's why we cool like that. You know what I mean? Because he know about my chipping days, so he know, he know not to lie to me. Like, nigga, you know all my business. And he just kept that shit all the way 100 with me. Like, yeah, P, you know, I ain't gonna lie. And see, some of you bitches be thinking y'all just so fine and beautiful, but you not even knowing sometimes the pimping be going months without having sex sometimes, because some of these niggas be in between bitches and going between this bitch and that. Hold on. The bitches that he be coming up with, You know what I mean? He didn't want to sit up there and bless, with some dick, and I'm not justifying it, but I just know a lot of things that happen in the game. I know this lifestyle. So he kept it real with me and let me know that, yeah, P, man, I fucked a bitch. I was like, oh man, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, she looked like a good ass time, but nigga, you would have had a gold, man, if you would have sat up there and pimped. But make a long story short, make a longer story, a little long but shorter. This bitch ended up coming across, this nigga that I'm talking about, the internet sensation dude. I don't have nothing against him. I'm just letting you know what happens when you don't pimp. Now, even though she's a square, she been around the pimping and she done watched a lot of my videos. So a lot of shit that she was ignorant about, just like Robin. Robin will tell you, Robin was fucking on the nigga that she was fucking on, he never was this pimping though. He was just professing to be the pimping. But, a lot of bitches didn't know that certain niggas was wrong, in the wrong for fucking on them. But once bitches start watching my videos, so you mean to tell me that a pimp ain't supposed to be having sex with squares? Cause I'm a square. I work a job, and he knew this. And sometime when we'd be fucking, his hoes would be calling. All type of shit. But some of these squares didn't know that was wrong, that chipping was wrong until they watched my video. So she ended up basically, talking to the internet sensation dude. They started chopping it up, and she ended up, fucking with the dude. Well, and when I say fucking with him, meaning pretty much fucking him, and they got into like a square relationship. But they never really sit up there, you understand me, and got on some pimping. This nigga, I'll never forget, man. This is one of the gayest things that you could do. This nigga sits up there, and I'm gonna tell it like it is. He had that nigga X-Man playing. Some of y'all know him as Measy Mac. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, man. Free Measy Mac, free X. P, he dissed you in the song. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I mean? I never seen X's eye level with me. That's like a little bro. He just got some ways about himself, but I'm never gonna speak down on the man or kick him while he locked up. Nah, that's not what Sin gonna do. So may the mercies of God, preside over his life. And hold on. Yeah, if he get out of line and when he come back, if he decide to talk shit, I give him the worst verbal crucifixion of his life then, but not now. But anyway, this nigga had X playing, you know what I mean? Cause X used to have this song that I ain't gonna lie, I've got to keep that shit real. I didn't like it. But how that shit go? It was a lot of the P's used to play this dumbass song too. This shit was dumb as hell. Cause that's how X beat. That's how he rapped to me. What was it? Sending a pimpin' the nunny? No, pimpin' is in me. Yeah, that's how it was. Pimpin' is in me, not on me. Pimpin' is in me, pimpin' is in me, not on me. Pimpin' is in me, not on me. Pimpin' is in me, not on me. And I just thought that shit was so garbage. I thought that shit was garbage. But P's would be on the blade. Pimpin' is in me, not on me. 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 So he driving, I'll never forget. You know what I mean? He driving around, you know what I mean? This nigga on Tropicana, and he driving around the blade. And he got this little fine ass light skin thing right in the passenger side. And he's in the Bentley. But he's driving the Bentley, and I ain't gonna get into all that because I'm not into doing all that. I let the haters do all of that. But I'm just talking about this gay ass shit. Fuck how he got the whip. I'll let you other niggas talk about all that. Because I'm not a hater. A lot of you niggas was hating on that nigga because I can't lie. He is something that what the hoes, with the bitches, with, you know, what they liking on. You know, but I never forget, he ended up breaking on some bitch, and these niggas was so mad about it, especially Clyde. Clyde was just crying about it like a little ass girl. But that's another subject. But he driving, you know what I mean, in the Bentley. He got the pimpin' is in me, not on me. 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 And he just driving. He got the fine little light skin thing, you know what I mean, in the whip. And I just knew that he was getting ready to put this bitch down on Tropicana, man. I just knew that her feet was gonna touch concrete and he was gonna do some pimping, man. I was like, oh man, I was happy for him. I don't give a fuck if the bitch was talking to me or not. I was actually happy to see, you know what I mean, the bitch getting ready to be pimped on, because I knew her history. I knew she had been fucked on by a few pimps. So to actually find out that this bitch was getting ready to be put down on Tropicana, hey man, it made both of my dimples come out, man. I was happy about the shit. But nope, that is not what happened. That nigga went live in a so-called pimpin' hoe group on Facebook so all the pimps can see it, and we was congratulating them and everything, you know what I mean? But no, I ended up finding out that he did not sit the bitch down on Trop, man. You know what I mean? That bitch feet still to this day, that bitch feet still don't know nothing about concrete, man. That bitch don't know nothing about getting in and out of a car with a stranger, man, putting her life in danger and breaking on that man and bringing it back to a pimp. She don't know nothing about that shit. She didn't put her feet on concrete. This nigga went to Tropicana and went live in a fucking Facebook group full of pimps and hoes, and then he ends the video, you know what I mean, to make it appear as if, you know, I'm about to set the bitch down and lace her. I'll get at y'all later. This nigga in the video and drives the bitch to a motherfucking restaurant. They sit up there and go have you know, eating food, doing their thing, you know what I mean? And we thinking that the bitch down and about it. And, you know, I already knew something was up. I ain't gonna put P name out there, you know what I mean? Cause he locked up too. But this one P called me at the time when he was out. He was like, man, I'm sitting over here driving around this Tropicana, man. I'm trying to find that little light skin thing, you know what I mean, that P put down, man. I ain't seen it one time, man. I've been down for some hours now. I was like, man, with the way that bitch was dressed, I was like, you probably ain't seeing the bitch, man, because she in and out of them cars, man. The bitch doing the disappearing acts, man. You know what I mean? She sitting over there really in a trick's pocket. He said, I don't know, P, man. I've been down, man. I ain't seen the bitch not one time, man. I don't know, P. I was like, man, I'm hoping for the better. But one thing about that bitch that he had, you know what I mean, she's gonna always, you know, because while he thought that he had her, she was sitting up there still calling and texting me. So the bitch sit up there, you understand me, and called me, you know, blessings to you, Keisha. We see your hold on. Make sure my signal right. He's sitting over there, you understand me, thinking that he got the bitch, but the bitch still texting and calling me. So I'm like, yeah, it's a whole bunch of playing over there. So I'm talking to the broad, and I'm like, man, what's going on, man? I'm happy for you though, man. But what's going on with the situation? I'm thinking that it's some pimping going on. You know, now everybody else done called the nigga a bozo and a con dude, but I know how motherfuckers will hate on somebody because they fly or getting attention from bitches. Whenever you getting attention, especially in the streets or social media, these niggas is gonna hate on you. So I didn't pay what they was saying no mind. But I had to see for myself though. The bitch like, you know, it's cool. I was like, man, so how did your first date feel? She's like, my first date? I was like, yeah, your first date, bitch. Didn't you catch your first date on Tropicana? She was like, no. I'm like, what you mean, no? Didn't you get sat down on Tropicana? Sat down? I'm like, bitch, wasn't you taken to Tropicana Didn't you get out the car so you could sit up there, man, and do some dates on Trop? You didn't sit up there, you understand me? And get your introduction to this game, get your cherry busted on Tropicana. You didn't get your whole cherry busted on Tropicana, bitch. And she was like, Sin, what are you talking about? No. Oh, she was like, oh, you're talking about that night when he went live? No, Sin, he just be doing things for the internet. This is exactly what came out the bitch mouth, man. I was heartbroken. I said, what? She said, Sin, no, he really, this is the bitch exact words. He really a nice dude. He not my pimp. This my man. I was so hurt. I was so hurt that you would actually go in a group full of pimps and hoes, drive to a Blade, have a song, a pimp song, even though I don't like the song, it's still talking about pimping is in me, not on me. 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 And you driving the Blade with a pimp song playing, you know what I mean? You got the camera all on the bitch heels and what she got on, and we thinking that the bitch getting ready to get set down. And I'm happy for you. And come to find out, you done did some lame homosexual ass shit in the game. You riding around with this light-skinned thing and you didn't even set her down. I was hurt, man. I was hurt. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm asking the bitch about getting set down. She motherfucking talking to me like I'm speaking a foreign vernacular. And then she went on to say, like, he does a lot of things for the internet. And I understand that he has an internet image to maintain. So that's why I didn't, trip when he did all of that. But no, I never got set down on no track. I've never turned no date. I've never sold my pussy before. I never did none of that. And I was just so hurt that you would actually play with this game like that and go live in the group. You got everybody thinking that you mashing on this bitch, that you done turned the bitch out. I was hurt. I was hurt, man. That bitch said, that's not my pimp, that's my man. I was like, ugh. So, but let me say this. I couldn't be mad at the bitch because the reason why a lot of these bitches feel like they can have relationships with pimps, because you have certain bitches that will talk to pimps like, okay, look, we on the phone talking together. It's just me and you. Your hoes ain't around. So, you could be the real you. You actually have certain bitches. Hey, baby, good morning. Blessings to all the ladies. You have some bitches, you know what I mean, that think that they could actually have a square relationship with pimps because of niggas like y'all. Now, one thing I will say that yes, Sin did do some chipping in the beginning of his pimping, but majority of the bitches that I did chipping with, hey man, I turned on and turned out, you know what I mean? The bitch was sitting over there selling that thing. Hold on. Bro, appreciate that 5. Salute from Boston. Blessings to you, bro. Thank you. But, you know what I mean? I never had no square relationship. I never was a bitch boyfriend. I never was the boo thing. I never was a double life type of nigga. Some of you niggas is living double lives, man. You know what I mean? You the pimp to these hoes, and then outside of the hoes, you got a boo thing. You be taking hoe money and you be taking your girlfriend shopping. You know what I'm saying? You be doing the R. Kelly, keep it on the down low, you know what I mean, with the square with a hoe's money. The game gonna be, hold on. You got hoes that's putting their life in danger, you know what I mean, each and every day for you to have enough money just so you can take your girlfriend out. You sitting over there telling your girl, oh, did you pay that? It's okay, I'm gonna pay it I got it. You sure? Baby, I got it. Bitch sitting over there talking about, when are you gonna leave the lifestyle, Charles? She don't know nothing about You calling yourself fantastic, fabulous, charismatic, superlistic, the P. She don't know nothing about that. She know you as Charles. When are you gonna leave this lifestyle, Charles? We've been doing this for quite some time now. I'm ready for us to be exclusive. Listen, baby. Let me just get a few things out the way, and I promise you, in the end, it's just gonna be me and you. I'm tired of this shit. I went to your Instagram and seen you with those nasty ass girls. You know what I mean? Like, it's time for us to settle down, have kids, have children. Don't you want to be a family man? Don't you want to be a good man? Aren't you tired of being in that lifestyle, Charles? Aren't you tired of having to depend on the backs of women? Come on, you're smart. You can take that money and open you up a business so it could just be me and you, baby. I love you. If you want me to even take a loan out to help you, I will do that just so it could be me and you. Baby, listen, I understand. I understand your feelings, but I've been with them for a little while now. It's not that easy. You always say that, Charles. You always say that it's not that easy, but it really is when you truly love someone. Oh shit. You niggas is living double lives, man. You never win in hypocrisy. There is no winners in hypocrisy, man. You know what I mean? There's no winners in hypocrisy, man. At all. But hey, continue to do your thing, man. But always remember the one scripture in the Word of God. Be sure that your sins will find you out. I haven't read that scripture in a minute, so I don't remember where it's located. But the Word of God say, be sure that your sins will find you out. It's only so long, that you can pretend. It's only so long that you can play double lives. You can only do that for so long, And the dude that I'm talking about is because of the fake ass shit that he was doing with this. She feel like she could do whatever the fuck she want to do. You know what I'm saying? She be flirting with pimps. That's because she done got dick from pimps for free. She done been in a relationship with one nigga that was professing to be a pimp. So listen, I don't condone the things that a lot of these women be saying and doing, but because they deal with you niggas, I have an outstanding understanding on why these bitches feel like they can get dick from a pimp for free. I understand, why these hoes feel like they can have a secret romantic relationship, outside of the lifestyle. Like, you pimp on your hoes over here, and when you come over here, it's just me and you. Y'all got that iceberg slim shit going on. P, what you mean that iceberg slim shit? Listen, I was not alive when Iceberg Slim was actively pimping, and there are some pimps that vouch for Iceberg Slim's pimping. I'm not saying that he once wasn't doing his thing, but man, listen, what lost it for me was, how did you go from actively, consistently, on a daily, presiding over hoes in the lifestyle of pimping and whoring for years, to now having a job where you're killing roaches, and not just, it ain't just the job part. Fuck it. Put the job aside. But when you got a wife saying shit like this to you, he used to sometimes bring that pimp stuff to me, and he'd try to talk to me, like I was one of his hoes. I said, listen, hey buddy, leave that pimp shit in the streets. You talk to those hoes like that. You don't talk to me like that. I'm your wife. So every now and then he'd try to, bring the streets, bring that old side of him back, and I let him know that I'm your wife. I'm not none of those hoes that you pimped on. But see, I don't blame his wife for saying the shit that she said. I'm looking at him because, number one, you married her. Number two, which is number one, you not running your household to where a bitch felt comfortable. Oh, it's Numbers 32:23. Thank you, Strictly Hustle, man. Thank you, brother. I ain't read that scripture in ages, but as David said, thy word have I hid in my heart that I may not sin against thee. So even though I haven't read the scripture, that scripture in years, it's still embedded in me, and I still remember it, in my heart. But by him not presiding and running his house correctly and accordingly, the bitch felt comfortable enough where she can say, don't bring that street shit in my house. I'm not saying that Iceberg Slim wasn't no pimp. I'm not saying that those stories are not accurate, because I believe those stories are accurate because there's too many well-known pimps that's confirming it. You know, but you know what I mean? One thing is for sure, that you did get a job killing roaches. You did get married and your wife did check you. She did sit up there and tell you to check that pimp shit at the door. That's what did happen. So a lot of times it's not the beginning, it's not the middle, it's how you end. I say it's all three, but really it's real crucial with that ending, man. How did you end? And I don't want, listen, man, God, if my ending is killing roaches and a wife that's telling me to check that shit at the door, if that's my ending, I will stop this pimping right now. Speak to me, Lord. Lord, if that's my end, for me to have a job killing roaches, and I tried to get pimpish with my wife, and she said, buddy, don't bring that in my house. I'm not none of them hoes that you pimped on. Check that shit at the door. If that's my ending, I'm going to stop pimping today. Speak to me, Lord. Show me a vision. Because if that is my end, as one scripture said, Lord, help me to know my end. If that is my ending, let me know right now. I quit this shit right now. I quit. I leave this, and then used to doing this shit no more. If that's the motherfucking ending. If that's the ending for some bitch telling me, yeah, check that shit at the door. Like, what? Bitch giving me instructions? So, now, hit that like button if you haven't already hit it. If you're not subscribed, you know what I mean? Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the bell. Make sure that you come to my Patreon if you haven't already. You know what I mean? I'm going to be posting some things on that Patreon that I'm not going to post on YouTube. So in order for you to have clarity, you know what I mean, and also see how much charity that I'm showing to the game, hey man, spend that little currency of $5 and bring your Boston baked bean head ass through. Loving to all y'all. But listen, man, all of this happens when you don't pimp. All of this happens when you're not presiding over your household, when you're not being a man in your home. This is what happens. This is the results of that. That's the consequences of that. When you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you wasn't a man to this woman. Okay? Now, yes, we have a population of fake it till you make it ass niggas. And at the time, I didn't know, but once I did know, I checked him and he got in his feelings about it, because that's one thing about Simp and Lied, which y'all know is Pimp and Clyde. He would always go to Freeze. He was a lot closer to Freeze than he was to me. We was cool, but we was never as close as he was to Freeze. That's why it's upsetting to hear Clyde say a lot of things that he says about Freeze, because if it had not been for Freeze, I would have never known him. If I never known him, he would have never got bailed out of jail. And just, to let you guys know, the only reason why I let that be known, because he made it known. I can't speak on what I've done for others until they make it known that I did that. Otherwise, I ain't going to speak on it. But if you decide to speak on it, I'll speak on it then. But I didn't set up there, you understand me, and tell him to use the paper game. That was on his own. P, what you talking about? Let's walk through it right quick. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that your pimping is just smoke and mirrors. Don't let it be said that you putting on an Oscar Award winning performance on Instagram and Facebook and got everybody thinking that you a real nigga when you the best definition of fake. Don't let it be said. Let me come through here with this Elijah Samuel sword right quick. But, Clyde is quite the character. Simp and Lied is quite the character. Seeing why you say that? Because he had ended up getting the game from I forgot that nigga's name, man. But I speak indirectly but directly so the directors can understand what I'm saying without me saying it. Cause I couldn't remember his name to say it anyway, but he was the same nigga that everybody for a little while was talking about him because he was smoking weed with that ex bitch of Freeze, the veteran bitch that I was talking about in the earlier in the video. This one dude was smoking weed with this bitch, and I think the weed was laced with something, and that nigga tripped out. I think that nigga was butt ass naked doing motherfucking flips in the house and shit. That nigga, hey man, that nigga know kung fu to the point where he was crawling on the wall like Nightcrawler from X-Men. I can't make this shit up. This is what we was told. That nigga just started going off. He was butt ass naked, doing backflips. You know what I mean? And this is supposed to be a pimp. I don't know nothing about this pimp. I never pimped side by side with the nigga. You know what I mean? But the way the bitch spoke on him, I don't want to be in no fights with this dude. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. I ain't gonna sin, don't tell no lies. If you crawling on walls, butt ass naked, you doing flips in front of a hoe, you know what I mean? Hey man, you sound dangerous. I don't want to fight you. You sound dangerous. You in a house with a veteran hoe, you know what I mean? And you doing flips, butt ass naked, and you crawling on walls, you know what I mean? And all type of shit. Bitch said that nigga had crawled on walls. This nigga doing backwards flips. She had never seen no shit like this. So this same dude that I'm talking about, he had went to jail, and she ended up bailing him out with the help of other pimps. They got his bail and everything. He got on probation. I can't remember this nigga's name to save my life. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew, but those that know the story, they already know what I'm talking about. But the nigga get out, him and Clyde end up getting cool. The reason why that nigga was able to keep a roof over his head because he knew the paper game. You know what I'm saying? So he taught Clyde the paper game. And that's how Clyde was able to go on Instagram and Facebook and make it seem as if he was doing some pimping. I can't make this shit up. You know what I mean? So like when you seen Simpin' Lied in Hawaii riding in a limousine, when you seen him, buying this or buying that, when you seen him in the Corvette and all of that type of shit, that was not off of the pimping. That Corvette did not smell like a hoe's pussy. You know what I mean? That shit that he was doing, that was not off of a hoe's pussy. That was not off of, instructing and sending, a hoe out the door. No, it was not. That was straight paper game. You know what I mean? That was the paper game. Now, this is what happened when you don't pimp. Here you are, 40-something years old, damn near going on 50. This is what happened when you don't pimp. Check it out. You put yourself in situations where, you have to keep an image up because you trying to compete against a younger pimp. Hold on. Now, Phil Jackson, is already, younger than him. But you trying to compete against somebody that's supposed to be a little brother to you. But you competing with him. So at this time, Phil, he Versace the fuck out, but he trying to compete with Phil. So to keep up with Phil, he going to the Gucci store. He acting like he a young nigga. You know what I mean? Like Young Rick said, I'm the young nigga, but not the dumb nigga. Clyde was the old nigga and the dumb nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was the older nigga and the dumber nigga. That was Clyde. That's Simpin' Lied. All in the Gucci store. Hey! You know what I mean? Teeth missing. Hey! Breath stinking. Hey! Credit fucked up. Hey! You know what I mean? 3 deep, not $1 in his pocket. You know what I mean? Not nothing in his, not an ounce. Babysitting these bitches. Now he called me because he knew how swell and well, that I was pimping. As a matter of fact, around this time, this is I had just not too long ago knocked the bitch out here in Canada. You know what I'm saying? I had her, but not that long. You know what I mean? But at that time, man, you know what I mean? I'm sitting over there deep, and I got the bitch in Canada. You know? So, you know, Sinful cool. So Clyde tried to talk like he was pimping, like he was doing some pimping, which was cute. You know, but at that time, I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? We cool at the time, right? Check it out. The nigga sits up there, calls Sinful the P, and he say, P, man, you know, I got this money, but I ain't got no bank account. So I just got all this money on me, man, and woo, 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 woo. So we chopping it up. You know, I'm chopping it up with my older little brother. He older than me, but you know, Clyde always knew that I seen him as a little brother, almost like a little nephew. This is real shit. Mentally, that was always my baby boy. That's my baby. That's why when I see my baby acting out in class and I see him in comment section trying to talk like he grown and shit, you know what I mean? It's vexing to me because this is somebody that I taught how to spell. This is somebody that I took out of jail. This is somebody that I put on my platform. I legitimized them. This is somebody that I gave hoes to. This is somebody I gave clothes to. This is somebody that I allowed to use my place as somewhere to parole to. You know what I mean? This is somebody that, you know, I really put in position to be somebody. You know, hold on. So to just see my child, on social media, you know, acting like an adult, it really vexes me sometimes. You know what I mean? Because I didn't teach him that. See, when he was around me, I taught him how to save money. You know what I mean? He's not going to keep that real, but I taught you how to save money. I taught you my system. You know what I mean? Of course, you didn't get these teachings because you was too busy being a statistic. I was, you know what I mean, a young minister at the time, so you can never get the teachings that I got. I'm motherfucking eons beyond you. You a peon. You know that. When it comes to the pimping, that's not you. You know what I mean? Come on, man. I have niggas, I'll move aside and let niggas really testify about your non-pimping having ass. Come on, man. Me and you not even in the same category, nigga. Knock that shit off. You know what I mean? So he was like, you know, my baby at the time, man. So, you know, my child, he called me while he in Hawaii and shit. And he tell me that he 3 deep, you know what I mean? He doing this little thing. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Okay. And he like, yeah, man. You know what I mean? I got 20,000. This is what the nigga tell me. He tell me he got 20,000. But when he tell me that he got 20,000, he told me he didn't have no bank account. This is how you know I fucked with him at the time. I said, look, I'm going to create another account. And even though it's going to be in my name, I'm going to give you the debit card for it. So even though it's in my name, you'll be able to make deposits and get withdrawals out of the account because you got the debit card to it. That way you won't have to keep carrying your cash, you know what I mean, on you, Pete, because that's dangerous. So when you come back to AZ, you know what I mean, that's what I do for you. Man, that's love, Pete. Man, that's love, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good, baby. You know how we fuck with each other. Plus, we're going to have a good time. I'm happy to hear it, man. Because I really was. I was sincerely happy that he was pimping. He had got a little 20,000 because I ain't never seen a nigga with no money. You let Freeze tell it. Freeze said he didn't seen him with 10,000. I ain't never seen Clyde with no money. You know what I mean? When I say money, you know, and that ain't even no money. But I ain't never seen Clyde with no 10,000 or better. Stop it. You know what I mean? No, man. So when he told that lie and say he put $20,000 on my Sequoia table inside my house and put that little 20,000, that is a lie. I've never seen Clyde with no $20,000. Clyde ain't never had 20. You gotta make yourself look good. But this is what happened when it comes to no pimping. You know what I mean? Some of y'all already know it, but this is one of my greatest examples of, you know, just no pimp. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Because now the joke, the lies is over. Now it's time for you to come to AZ. He comes to AZ. Now remind you, now he done told me that he 3 deep and he got 20,000. And that was a little while ago. So I'm thinking that he got more than 20,000 now. You know what I mean? That was like a week and a half ago. So I'm thinking that he got more than that now. So by the time, you know what I mean, that he sit up there, he said, P, you think you can send a cab over here? Or you think you can send a Uber over here? And I was perplexed because we had a $20,000 conversation. And the way that you made it look on, you know, on Instagram, I'm thinking that you pimping. But you know, that's paper game. That wasn't no pimping. But you know, he living off the paper. That's the paper. So, you know, the nigga sit up there, you understand me, and hold on. The nigga sit up there, you understand me, he come through, right? Check it out. He come through. I said, man, what's wrong, man? You know what I mean? Why you needed a motherfucking cab and shit, nigga? I thought you said, you know, you was having some money and woo, woo, woo. He making up a story that don't even, you could just tell when a nigga freestyle line. He freestyle line. He's not, anybody that know him, he's not good at line. His mind don't even move that fucking fast. That's why it's upsetting to see this slow ass nigga talking like, you know what I mean, he got a brain like that. You know what I mean? It's upsetting to see this dumbass nigga talking like he's smart. You know, but anyway, the niggas, he's freestyle line and shit. Hey, Helena, good morning, baby. He freestyle line, and I'm like, just stop, bro. Just stop. It's all right. And he could tell, he knew that I didn't believe him. You know what I mean? He knew that I didn't believe a goddamn thing that he had just said out of his mouth. So of course he do what he usually did. He would go to Freeze. He started hanging around Freeze because Freeze got that light skin problem. You know what I mean? He be too friendly with motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn about none of you niggas. Now if you a pimp, I ain't gonna let you starve. I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I jug you. But if I don't like you, I'm still gonna get the fuck away from you. I ain't about to be cool with you. If I don't like you, I don't like you. You know what I mean? But Freeze got the light skin disease. Freeze be cool with motherfuckers, you know. So because that's my brother and my best friend, I done met a lot of suckers, you know what I mean, through Freeze. You know what I mean? Because Freeze was cool with these niggas. You know what I mean? And brought them around me or introduced, you know, them to me. You know what I mean? But I would have never been cool with these suckers on my own. You know what I mean? Hell no. But, you know, he friendly. You know, most of you light-skinned niggas, y'all like that. You know what I mean? It's, you know, we all got our character flaws. I got mine, you know what I mean? And bro got his, and that's one of them, you know? He cool. Anybody know Freeze? He's very kind, especially if you the pimpin'. Freeze is gonna give you his last. You know, he gonna treat you, you know what I mean, like you the best of the best. You know, and that's why it hurts me when a thorough ass, authentic, kind ass nigga, you know what I mean, get made to be something that he ain't. This is when you know. Hold on. This is when you know what I mean, that you didn't pimp. Touch somebody and say you just didn't pimp. You know. So not only did I know that you didn't have the money, you know what I'm saying, but he hits me, he ends up leaving AZ, he goes to Cali. You know what I mean? And I always used to have to tell him about that, you know, because we all always treated him like a little boy. Because, you know, Cloud didn't want to drink no water, eat no fruit. And that should have let me know then. I'm going to be cool with a nigga that think water is nasty. You know what I mean? I made that a rule now. I can't be cool with none of you niggas that think water is nasty. If a nigga say that water tastes nasty, you know what I mean? I already know right then that we can't be cool. You think life is nasty. You think health is nasty. We can't fuck with each other. But anyway, make a long story short, the nigga leaves AZ, you know what I mean, and go to Cali. So he 3 deep out there in Cali, but the nigga is calling me for Uber rides. I can't make this shit up. You notice he never denies this shit because he know I got the text messages. Yeah, I still got the text messages. You know what I mean? So, you know, he never said, oh man, Sin, you lying about this, or man, you, no. Because he know better. You 3 deep, but you need an Uber ride? You babysitting. You babysitting them brides. See, let me just say this to you niggas that be using the paper game. I wasn't even gonna go there, but the game got me going there. When you use the paper game, know that you are not pimping accordingly. Now, when you using the paper game, when you holus and dolus, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? When you holus and dolus, man, you know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas will talk down on the paper game, you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie to you, when I got out of prison, you know, the paper game was a blessing to me because I didn't have nothing. But once I sit up there and knock the hoe, I got pimping. I didn't need the motherfucking paper game no more, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm pimping now. I was fresh out of prison. I didn't have anything. So yes, I did use the paper game at that time. You know, Sin ain't gonna lie about it. Sin gonna keep this shit one thorough. I'm not gonna put on no Oscar award performance to make my pimping look better than anybody else. Nigga, I got out of prison. I didn't have shit. I used the paper game. And once I sat up there and got on my feet, hold on. One of the biggest reasons, let me make sure that, one of the biggest reasons why you gotta leave that paper game alone, man, when you got a hoe or when you got some hoes, because you could never put pressure on that hoe or on them hoes, nigga, when you got the paper game in your mix. Because the hoe don't got a hoe to pay for her room, or she ain't got a hoe to pay her rent. She ain't got a hoe to pay a car note or something, because you taking care of that, you know, with the paper game. See, this is how the spirit of that paper game work. Niggas be like, man, I'm about to be a millionaire off this. I'm about to be deep as a motherfucker, and I'm about to have hoes in different hotel rooms, you know what I mean, getting down. And due to the fact that I can put a bitch in a 5-star room for 7 or 14 days, and she ain't got to pay for it, I get all the money and the hotel don't. When the bitch need a ride, when she need a rental car, I can rent the car off the paper game. I can sit up there and get this and get that off the paper game. Yeah. But what you don't realize, by you these things off the list for this hoe to do, you left for the hoe to do. You didn't put no pressure on the bitch. So because the bitch didn't feel no motherfucking pressure, you know what I mean, to do anything, you know what I mean, that's why the bitch is not making anything. She don't have no pressure on her. You already paid for the room for 7 and 14 goddamn day. You already paid for the airplane ticket. It didn't have to come out of her ass. She didn't have to sit up there and go talk for that shit. She didn't have to go sit up there and break a trick for that shit. You sit up there and took her job away from her. You know what I mean? She didn't have to sit up there and produce. Why? Because you already produced it. So the bitch, you know, don't be surprised when weeks later or months later, what she was once making in the beginning has now turned into kibbles and bits, and you thinking to yourself like, God damn, how this bitch ain't making no money and I got her staying at the Wynn? How this bitch ain't making no money, you know what I mean? I got her staying, you know what I mean, at the Cosmopolitan. I got her staying in some of the flyest rooms that, you know what I mean, man has ever seen. And for this bitch to make the money that she making, you know, man, what's wrong? James, appreciate the 20. You took the pressure off that hoe. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, bro. That's my brother right there, Gilbert. That's my brother. But you took the pressure off that hoe. She don't feel pressured to sit up there and do anything because now she's in a fucking hotel room ordering room service off the paper game. She got a roof over her head off the paper game. So now it went from the hoe doing everything in her capabilities to satisfy you, to put a smile on your face, to now you became a hustler for the hoe. Yeah. The hoe not using her ability to the best of her ability, you know what I mean, and making it a motherfucking responsibility to get your motherfucking currency every day. You took the responsibility from the hoe once you utilized the paper game. You know what I'm saying? You did that. The bitch know that the room is being, you know what I mean, that she ain't had to pay for it. So because she didn't have to, now times when she should be up, especially for you internet dudes, the bitch going to when you called the bitch, you thought that she was dating. No, she's not dating anybody. She sleep. If you go in her room right now, that's why you see 80 and 90 calls, missed calls. She got 80 and 90 missed calls, you know what I mean? Because she sleep. Why is she sleep? Because she's waking up tired. P, why is she waking up tired? She just slept for 9 and 10 hours. How could the bitch be asleep after that? Because you allowing the bitch to eat depression. You allowing the bitch to eat destruction. You got this 20-something-year-old bitch, she not working out. She never goes outside. She don't do no cardio. She not working out. She just stay in a goddamn room all day and sit up there and suck and fuck whenever she want to take a call, you know what I mean? And she just stay in the room all day. So you allowing the bitch to smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, and eat Domino's pizza and shit, and Pizza Hut all fucking day, and she never does any cardio, never works out. All this bitch do is stay on TikTok, Instagram, and shit all goddamn day. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate the 10. You know what I mean? She does this all day. You know, you have produced a fag. Hey, Katrina, blessings to you, baby. You know what I mean? You have produced a fag. You introduced her to laziness. She's producing laziness. This is your production. She's a reflection of you. You know what I mean? When you got a hoe, and why you got hoes, hey man, that paper game, man, that shit is the devil. And I ain't gonna call certain ones names out, you know what I mean? Because you might still be using it, you know what I mean? I don't know your situation. One of them, I know you got a case right now, so I'm gonna leave you alone. You know what I mean? But, you know, just to keep that shit up, only reason why I mentioned Clark, because one of the videos, this nigga had got so cocky and arrogant with the paper game, he rapping one of the Filthy Rich songs. He like, man, I don't need no bitch. Fuck a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Long as I got my visa. Long as I got my visa. And he just dancing, having fun at this house that he didn't pimp to be at. Paper gamed up. And he, you know, bitch. You know what I mean? Even if a bitch ain't in my life, you know, I'ma still do my thing. Long as I got my visa. Long as I got my visa. Looking stupid as hell. I can't make it up. But this is one of the reasons why we clashed. We didn't get into no argument, but he was in his feelings about it. It's because Clyde called me. Simpin Lad called me. You know, now I'd already kind of lightweight checked him when he had called me in Cali asking for Uber ride, and you're 3 deep. You got 3 bitches, you know, because anybody that know anything about the paper game, sometimes, you know, you run out of good information. So I guess he didn't have some good information at that time. You know, maybe his connect wasn't cool at the time, you know, so now he had to get connect one time with the pimping. And so now, you know what I mean, for the last straw, he's in Vegas. And so I didn't know anything about it, but I guess, you know, he was staying at the, what's that shit when you staying in an abandoned house? You know, yeah, he's in the bando. So, he get into a little fight, a little scuffle, you know, with the bitch. Him and the bitch, they get into it. And I guess, you know, he get into, yeah, he's a squatter. He was squatting, but he's at the bando. So, you know, he's sitting over there getting into it with the bitch. So he sit up there and hit me like, hey, P, Elliot, what's happening, bro? Blessings to you. That's another, you know, YouTube family member that's been fucking with me for years. That nigga say, P, man, whatever you doing, bro, please, man. You know, send a ride. I got a square bitch, you know, at the house that I'm endeavoring to turn out that I had met in Old Town Scottsdale. You know what I'm saying? I done sat up there, you understand me, and met, you know, a fine ass little white bitch that I got at the house. You know, we watching, you know, good TV, man, on this good, you know what I mean, 79-inch Sony, you know, with my feet kicked up by the Sequoia table on this Z Gallery furniture. You know what I mean? We sitting down there just chopping it up, going on a mental safari. And this dusty ass nigga, he's sitting over there, you understand me, with one of these ugly ass, you know what I mean, Leon Spinks looking ass bitches that he didn't put hands on. Because, you know, he always had that smoker shit with his so-called pimping. I told you, Clyde the type of nigga that'll beat a bitch up because he can't find his lighter. I told you that. You know what I mean? He always had that smoker shit with his pimping. Bitch, where my lighter at? I don't know. Bow. You know what I mean? That type of shit. So, bitch like, oh my God, you know, bitch, what's wrong? What happened? He just knocked my teeth out. Bitch, what faggot ass shit you do? I didn't even do nothing. I couldn't find his lighter. You couldn't find his what? I mean, hold on. He always had that Saint ass type of pimping. Like, his pimping was just all, so-called pimping was just low budget. You know what I mean? He always had that Lifetime channel type of pimping, just low budget. But, okay, check it out. I said, man, damn, man, I'm over here with this broad. He's like, man, Pete, come on. So I looked out for him. I said, excuse me, baby, hold on for a little minute. You know what I mean? And so I sent a little something, you know, over there. Do you know that within that time, the driver is calling me and he said, hello? 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 Yes, I'm outside. I said, give me a second, sir. So I call him back. I said, yeah, man. You know what I mean? The bitch outside, man. You know what I mean? Let her go ahead. Man, the bitch acting crazy, man. You know what I mean? She said she ain't leaving. I was like, she said she ain't leaving. He like, man, the bitch acting stupid, P. She gonna make me catch a case, man. You know what I mean? The bitch said she ain't leaving. And so this nigga, anybody know him? He sweating bullets. He looking a damn fool in the bando. You know what I mean? He looking like a damn fool. He dressed like, what was Bernie Mac's name in Above the Rim? I could just imagine what Clyde had on with an Adidas fit. He looking just like Bernie. He got on the same outfits that Bernie Mac used to wear, you know what I mean, in Above the Rim. Like, if you remember how Bernie Mac dressed in Above the Rim, that was the best way to describe Clyde. Okay, Flip. So, oh, Birdie. Is it Birdie or Flip? I think it's Flip. So, okay, you know what I mean? He dressed like Flip, sweating in the house, fighting with the bitch in the bando. You know what I mean? Fighting with the hoe. Don't got enough dough to get the bitch a cab. He won't catch a case. Yeah, Pac was Birdie. I had to remember that. And so, the nigga sits up there, you know what I mean? He's like, she won't leave, P. She won't leave. I'm like, man, you need to get that bitch on out of there, man, because if that bitch hollering, screaming enough, she gonna bring the wrong attention to your house. You need to get her out. I'm having this whole conversation in front of the snow. I got the snow at the house, man. My hose is down, and I'm endeavoring to sit up there and knock me another one, man. And this old motherfucking ugly ass, you know what I mean? See how life work? Hold on. See how life work? I ain't even cool with this nigga no more, but I'm sitting over here trying to look out for this nigga, and this nigga be trying to throw smut on shit all on my name, all the shit that I done for this mark ass nigga. Man, this nigga is a complete buster. Some niggas is not, you know, fully a buster yet. They up and coming. But this nigga is a complete buster. He has a doctor's degree in being a buster. This nigga went to Yale University and he studied on how to be a buster. He is a buster. So, you know, when he called me back, you know, I just went in the other room and you know what I mean? I'm talking to P, calm down, because I know how he is. Anybody that know how he is, he's not good under pressure. He's not good under pressure. He talk a lot of shit on Instagram, but he's not good under pressure. If I was a dope dealer, if I was a killer or something, I'd be afraid to do a crime with this nigga. He be talking like he a street nigga, man. This nigga look like he gonna cry in the interrogation room. But he be talking all of this street shit. It's so upsetting. But okay, I'm calming him down. So finally, you know what I mean, he talked to the bitch. He ain't gonna tell y'all that. I told him, you know what I mean, what to tell. He talked to the bitch. He calms the bitch down. Okay, so everything back cool now. You know, but the next time when that nigga, you know, when he was by himself, I was like, nigga, what's up with you? What's up with your situation, nigga? Why you got 3 bitches and you in need of Uber rides? What type of pimping is you doing? You know what I mean? I wouldn't even allow the nigga to speak. You know what I mean? He tried to say something like, nigga, what type of pimping is you doing? You got 3 bitches and you in need of Uber rides. Clyde, what is you doing? What you doing? You got to ask yourself, what are you doing? You can't be pimping. You can't be doing no pimping if you're in need of Uber rides with 3 bitches. It's impossible. You're going to have to keep this pimping out your mouth. You know what I mean? If you need motherfucking Uber money, you need somebody to get you an Uber ride and you got 3 bitches. Now, we going to keep this thing solid because I don't like hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Just like I be telling my business and hold on. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. And see, the only reason, Goldie, you know what I mean, that I haven't really went in on you is because I don't know if that's you behind that account. Somebody told me that that's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And they told me that the real Goldie is actually locked up. That's why I don't say certain things, because I don't know if it's really you or not. I think it's a bitch behind that account. You know what I mean? I think it's they told me that your broad, you know, got a hold of the account. Now, if you could say something in that comment section to make me know that it's you, a conversation that we spoke on privately, you know what I mean, or something like that, to verify that it's you, then I'll keep talking. But if you can't give me something that me and you spoke on privately to confirm that it's you in the comment section, then, you know, I'm going to start thinking that what everybody told me, that it's a bitch that's presiding over that account, man. And you just be coming in there. Okay, that's true, but what did I speak to you privately about? Because if you remember, I done chopped you a few times too. And then, matter of fact, okay, this is what I want to say. What was the name, O'Shea, that's my brother right there. What was the name, what's the first letter of that bitch that we both didn't have? You had the bitch, Tequila Mac that had the bitch, and I had the bitch. So what letter? You ain't got to say the name, but just say the first letter of the name. No, it ain't B. Think, man. Now, remember, Tequila Mac had the bitch. I had the bitch. And see, if this the real Goldie, you know the shit that I'm saying about Simp and Lied, about Clyde, this shit accurate because you done been in some unpimped situations with the nigga too. That's why I'm thinking that, and you about 2 seconds away from getting blocked, because the bitch that Goldie had, that I had, that Tequila Mac had, was dark skinned, and the bitch was originally from Sacramento. Yeah, I don't think that's you. I'm gonna give you about 20 seconds, and then I'm about to eternally block you. Yeah, you making me think that, yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah. Nigga, I know that you from Fresno. You know? Okay, watch this. I'ma see what you mean by this then. When you say the jug, what was the jug about? Yeah, matter of fact, that's how we'll do that then. You right. This how we'll do that. then call in. Cause I can't believe that you in here laughing at a situation. Matter of fact, let me just find out if this you. You know I don't allow niggas to play in my comment section, man. You know this is a pimp ass channel. Come on now. This ain't like no other platform. You know this shit authentic up in here. You know everything that I'm saying actually happened if this really you. Matter of fact, hold on. I even give you this number. Cause this is the number that you used to have. So call me on this number. Call me on that 702 number right now. Cause I'm using my 773 to look on something. Go ahead, call that 702 number, Goldie. If this really you. Hit my line. You know we do not play about this pimping. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Please your message.
Shut up. I got 5 phones. Get your ass out of here. Hello?
Hello?
What's going on?
It's some 11.
Okay.
She ain't never had my accounts. That
Oh.
bitch ain't never had my accounts, P.
Okay, then how did you not know the broad that I was talking about? You know I was talking about the animosity, bitch.
Oh, Alabama, where the fuck?
Come on, man. Where your memory at, man?
Come on, man, that bitch was a faggot. You know how many I had, bro?
No, but that's the only bitch that I know that me, you, and Tequila didn't have.
You had, well, I don't. Yeah, I didn't know Tequila had the bitch, but
Tequila had the bitch before we did.
oh, okay. But I do know that I think somebody you knew had a punk ass bitch from New York too, and y'all told me what happened with that bitch, and I stopped fucking with the bitch. The white bitch, the faggot punk from New York.
Tall.
That's who I.
Oh damn! You didn't went back on me. Damn. You talking about the motherfucking Brittany Burke bitch?
Right. That's why I said BB in the comments. I said BB.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you was thinking about. I ain't thought about that punk ass bitch, man. You know what I did to that bitch, man? She did something. She said something stupid to me out of pocket, man. I poured a bottle of Hennessy on her head and said, cancel that bitch like Nino Brown. She was hot. And I left the bitch sitting in front of the airport, broke.
Man, listen. And this is some real matter of fact, I'm gonna let you tell it. That's why I was when you said about the jug. Okay, now watch. Let's keep this shit solid on some pimping. What did I chop you about pertaining to that jug?
Well, I had some game down, and she was struggling in the town, and we had to get out of here. So I hit you a freeze to see if I could borrow a couple bucks to get out of town, and you was like, "No, man, you got that bitch in that bitch. If you can't get out of town with the bitch, it ain't meant to get out of town," which was true. You was right.
Okay, you know what? I think I might got you mixed up with Sir Wrong, because I don't know why I wanted to put you with 2 bitches instead of just one. But one thing I
was with. You remember PEI Rate that got killed?
Yeah.
Fucking around with Okay, well I was with him, and he had his game down here with me, and I had some game. That's why you thought it was 2 bitches, because I had told you that PI Rate was here and they had got their little money, but it was still slow and they wanted to go, and I was for the shit too, because it wasn't shit out.
I had totally forgot about PI Rate, but let me just say this: rest in peace to the pimpin'. But let me just say this: you know, a pimp gonna always tell when he wrong and when he right. And just like you telling your wrongs, I'm gonna tell my wrong. This was the one situation I was wrong on, and I give Shantae props for being right. This is when me and Shantae used to speak damn near every day. And Shantae and Rosebud pretty much was like uncles to P.I. Rate. And when P.I. Rate got killed, you know, which I ain't gonna get into, you know, that's another story. But Shantae set up there because his daughter, P.I.Ray daughter, was really like at me, calling me every day. You know what I mean? But at the time, I wasn't thinking like that. I'm thinking about the pimping. You know, how the pimping just lost his life. I wasn't thinking about his daughter. Now, the 07, 08 sin that was cutthroat, no heart, hell yeah, I would have been thinking about it because his daughter is beyond fine. That beautiful. But I wasn't thinking about her. I'm thinking about how the pimping just lost his life. But Shantae was like, Sin, man, I understand. When the game calls, you know what I mean, you got to answer. You know what I mean? Man, go ahead and pimp on baby. You know what I mean? Knock that bitch. You know what I mean? Get us in because you're going to be mad as hell. This is his exact words. You're going to be mad as hell if that bitch grow up. You know what I mean? Because at that time, she was like 20 or 21. Now she like 23, 24, 25. I don't know. She like high in the 20s. Well, not high in the 20s, but she like 24, 25 now. And he was like, you gonna be mad as hell if that bitch sit up there and choose up with some pimping and you see the pimping riding clean, you know what I mean, pulling up in different Rolls Royces and shit, and he let it be known that, you know what I mean, it's because of P.I. Ray's daughter, nigga. I was like, yeah, I feel you, P, man, but right now I ain't even, you know, P just lost his life and, you know, I was on some other shit, but now when I see her, she ain't chose up with no pimping. You know, she'd probably paid a few niggas and things, but now when I see her, man, I'm just gonna keep it real, man. I just be seeing a pretty ass bum, you know.
Yeah, she fucking with like D-boys and thugs and shit. She
yeah,
weirdos.
Yeah, bro. Like when I see her now, I just shake my head because it's not that she not pretty no more, but at that time she had a glow about herself. And when I seen her on Instagram Live, sitting in a hotel room just smoking, looking a damn fool, I was like, she turning into beautiful trash, you know. So you know, I mean, I learned a lot from that situation. That's why it's always best to mentally respond and not even. But see, at that time, you know, you can understand because man, the pimpin' that just got killed. So I'm like, man, you know. I'm just gonna show some respect. I ain't thinking about the man, daughter and shit. But now that I see the outcome and what it came to without the pimping presiding over, I'm like, shit, I could have prevented this. But as far as that broad, see, no, I got the understanding that I had you confused with Sir Wright. Because that nigga sat up there, you understand me, and had two bitches and asked Freeze for a jug.
I figured that.
That's what it was. My bad, P. I had you fucked up. And I had to cut you up, man, because we don't ask for jugs, man, when we got hoes. No.
Yeah.
We don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do bad by myself before I do bad with a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm gonna make something happen. I'm not gonna ask no man for nothing, and I got this hoe right next to me. Man, you can put me in any town. You can put me in no man's land. But if I got a bitch and there's some tricks around this, I don't care if I'm not familiar with the town. I guarantee you I'm gonna get something. The bitch gonna get sent. You know what I mean? Until she come back with it.
That's what did happen. That's what was going on.
You know what I mean? But this go back to the message. Don't let it be said.
That is what eventually rectified the situation. It just was a problematic situation. It just took too long, and it was just too many problems along the way.
Okay.
And I'm glad you handled it the way you did, because it would have probably ended up a lot worse, giving that motherfucker some cushion like that, some kind of shade. You know what I'm saying? By
me doing what I did with you, I put fire under you, and you put pressure on the bitch. The way that I had talked to you, and by me chopping you up the way that I did, it provoked you to want to sit up there and pimp. So, you know what I mean? The bitch got pimped on and got pressure put on her, you know what I mean? Because the pressure should never be on the pimping. It should always be on the bitch.
The bitch.
You know, keep the pressure on the bitch, man. Don't put no pressure on the pimping, man. You know, now if you was by yourself and you had been fucked up and you didn't have no hoe, then I would have been obligated to come up, you know what I mean, what I accumulated, you know what I mean, in this game and bless you one time. But due to the fact that you got a bitch, you got a living, breathing, you know, active, she got all the activity of her limbs, bitch, man, she better get her big head ass out there and make something work. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, I'm glad that you sit up there and called in, because this whole time, if you notice, that's why I've been giving you the stiff arm, because I've been thinking that I was like, man, that ain't Goldie, man. I think that's that
Yeah, I've been
broad
wondering because
behind it.
Ma's been shooting me off the fence and shit. I'm like, what the fuck going on around here?
I'm I think because I think
I've
you
been back home. They only gave me the low, the 3.5. I did 16 because of COVID.
okay, cool. Well, God was merciful. You know, we'll chop it
Yeah.
up at a later time. Let me wrap things up. You know what I mean, and finish
Yep,
chopping
yep.
it up, and me and you will chop it up at another appointed. All right, hold on. Man, this whole time I ain't lying to y'all laughing, but I'm in my mind. I used to be like, man, is that Goldie or is that the bitch? You know what I mean? I really was doing that. So I'm glad we got that out the way. You know, shout out to him. But don't let it be said that you didn't pimp, that you had a hoe, or that you had hoes, and you asking for a jug. Do you know how sorry that make your pimping look when you got a bitch? You ain't even gotta have a hoe. If you even got a motherfucking square prostitute, you know what I'm saying? It just make you look bad. I can see if you was by yourself. But to be around a bitch, a hoe at that, then some of you niggas like Simpin lied, you got 3 bitches and you in need, you not no pimp, son. You not no pimp. That's why I couldn't understand Freeze allowing my child, you know, allowing little bro to be screaming and hollering, because I know that, because that's what niggas do. When they know you about to bring the truth, they try to scream over you. That's the only way they feel that they can win in this chop, and they got to scream over you. And they got to walk around to get the attention off of you. So that's what Simba Live was doing. He know that he's an ugly, dark-skinned, no teeth having motherfucker. So he knows that if he sit up there and just move around, you know what I mean, and holler and scream, that, you know, it put some attention on him. I mean, that's just common sense that ain't common. But you still not saying anything, though. When it come to this pimping, you still was up in a motherfucking band, though, for damn near a whole year, and you didn't at least come out of a situation with 100,000. Now let's do some math here. If you stay rent free at a place, because I'm paying over 4,000 a month just to stay at a fucking condo, because I had, you know, when you come to Canada, that American credit, that don't mean shit. You got to start all over again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, I had to get my weight up. You know, I'm pretty much there now. Summertime, you know, I even be better. But, you know what I mean? I sit up there, man, and stay, you know, by myself. Got everybody spotted. You know what I mean? Everybody is by themselves. Well, except the new one. You know what I mean? She's in the room. But I'm paying over $4,000 a month to stay in a condo. I live in the square one area of Mississauga. You know what I mean? And let me tell you, to be paying over $4,000 a month, no. Because if you paying over $4,000 a month, you know what I mean, in Vegas or in places in Texas and Atlanta where these niggas be at, man, if you pay over $4,000 a month in certain areas, you're gonna be staying in a mansion. You're not gonna be staying in no 3-bedroom condo. You're gonna be staying in a mansion in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? But here it is. Hold on, let me put this right there. There we go. But how could you stay in a bando for damn near a whole year and you come out broke? No pimping. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you see these bras being disrespectful and speaking down on certain people's name and game is because there was no pimping. I can see one bitch, he's always going, you can't please everybody. There's going to be a few bitches talking shit. I don't give a fuck how cold of a pee you was. It's always going to be a few bitches that you had in times past. You know what I mean? Right. 4K in LA, 4K in Chicago and LA, nothing. Nothing to talk about. But if you go to the South, you know what I mean? You can live life. You go to LA, average. You go to Chicago, average. You know what I mean? That's why I say, don't do too much, y'all. Do your thing, but don't, bring it down a notch, You know what I'm saying? Right. If you go to South Park area in Charlotte, $4,000 a month, you living like a king. Nigga, you Nino Brown. You know what I mean? You Nino Brown all over again. But I'm saying all this to say this to y'all, that the reason why a lot of these women have the wrong concept, the wrong definition, the wrong vision, the wrong depiction of the lifestyle is because you niggas didn't pimp. I hope that with all the examples that I have given on today, that you young peas is listening. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you had a hoe or a multitude of hoes and you were still in need of a jug. You were still calling a pimp for an Uber ride. Don't let it be said that, you know what I mean, you had a bitch, you know what I mean, in Cali that was marketable, profitable, youthful, and you still didn't have a profitable time in the land of blades, which is California, and you still didn't pimp up for anything. When the hoe blew up, you didn't even have enough money to keep. Hold on. Don't let it be said that you driving, around Tropicana, you in Vegas, and you driving around the blade, and you got a pimp song playing, you got the bitch in the passenger side, and you live, you know what I mean, in the so-called pimp and hoe group, and you acting like you about to set the hoe down. Set the bitch down, but you making it look like it's a pimp and hoe thing, but it's really a man, playing a pimp song with his girlfriend. Don't let it be said, man, that you didn't pimp. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp, son. Don't let it be said. Situation. Oh my God. I had totally forgot. Oh my God. When I'm just in a zone. But, okay, for those of you that's on my Patreon, listen, if you're not on my Patreon, you need to go there. You need to look for a video. It's got me. This is when me and Clyde and Freeze, we were all together. At this time, we was cool. You know what I mean? We was cool with, I don't know who this is. We was cool with, hold on. As a matter of fact, let me answer this. Or at least let me try to answer. This person ain't. Hello? Did you just call to just not say nothing? Hello? Goofy. But you know what I mean? Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp, man. But yeah, go on my Patreon. If you're not on my Patreon, you have more understanding. I'm telling you, the videos, everything that PB saying, everything that Sinful say, man, is confirmation and information, man, on that Patreon. Go to my Patreon. Look for a video. This is when me, Freeze, and Clyde, Simpin' Lied, was chopping this nigga by the name of Knowledge up. It was a nigga by the name of Knowledge. Why was Knowledge getting chopped up? For different reasons, but of course, he was mainly getting chopped up for selling weed. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I really wasn't tripping on that. I made some jokes here and there, but, it was the fact that he had sold some fake weed, as he said, which is even worse and can get you killed. But no, I dealt with the fact that you stayed with a renegade. I know some of y'all, Yeah, Knowledge was staying with a renegade. Yeah, he was residing with a renegade, man. A known renegade, too. Staying with the bitch. He's a fact. That's why you think a lot of these niggas don't like me, man? Cause I know they business, and I didn't chop these niggas up about this shit. They couldn't wait to sit up there, you know what I mean? So I wasn't even mad at certain niggas, man, cause I done gave you niggas so many funerals. So I understand, man. But the nigga stayed with a renegade. You know, he was on his Mac Finesse shit, where he staying with a bitch and he agreeing not to break. Hold on. You was staying in the room, you know what I mean, with your bitch, and you had made an agreement with the bitch not to break on her. Yeah, you know that Mac. So that's what we gonna call it. That's that Mac Finesse shit. You know, when you reside with a hoe, you know what I mean, and you don't get no bankroll. She just feels sorry for you, you know what I mean, and she just allows you, you know, to stay with her. You know what I mean? She knows that it's gonna take you forever and a day to knock another hoe, so the bitch feels sorry for you. Plus, she might get some dick because you got to pay your rent some kind of way. You know what I mean? So the bitch basically allow you to stay with her. Yeah, you know what I mean? So she allowed you to sit up there, you understand me, and stay with her, man, because y'all done agreed that whatever money that she bring in tonight, you can't break her for it. You know, you cool with it. So as long as you don't try to break me, in other words, as long as you don't try to pimp, you know, you can eat the food, you know what I'm saying? You can watch cable, you know what I'm saying? You can talk to your pimp friends like you still a pimp and you still doing pimping. You know, I allow you to do all of that, but don't try to pimp. You can act like a pimp, but don't try to pimp on me. But I will allow you to stay here. You know, that's that Mac Finesse shit. You know what I'm talking about? So, Knowledge was getting his Mac Finesse on, you know, with this ugly ass renegade. You know what I'm talking about? And so he's staying with the bitch, and the bitch sit up there and hit for a watch. I can't make it up. She hits for this watch. She come back, you know what I mean? She shows Knowledge the watch, even though he denies it because he didn't want to make himself look bad. But the bitch showed him the watch, and she was like, do you think that it's real? Knowledge, by Knowledge not really having no knowledge on jewelry, he didn't know, you know what I mean, whether it was authentic, you know, or fraudulent. And that don't make him look bad, because I ain't gonna lie, some of this jewelry nowadays, you gotta pretty much, man, you gotta take that motherfucker apart, man, and find out, you know what I mean, if it's, because the weight be the same sometimes, like they getting better and better. But he said, I don't know, you know, why don't you take it, you know what I mean, to, he knew this one jeweler. And he was like, why don't you take it to him and find out? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, can't make this shit up. All right, there we go. If you cool with the nigga Memphis Black, tell him to tell you. You know what I mean? Because that's who the bitch gave the watch to. You know, so Memphis Black can tell the story way better than I can. You know, he can tell the story better than Knowledge. Why? Because he got the watch. So, you know what I mean? The bitch give, you know what I mean, the watch, you know what I mean, Memphis Black. There we go. You know what I mean? She appreciate the 5, bro. Good looking. She sit up there and give the watch to Memphis Black. Memphis Black, I think, got like 30 something racks for that shit. If I'm wrong, I'm sure if you talk to him, he'll correct it. But I think it was like 30, I don't know the exact number, but I think he got like 30 something bands, you know what I mean, for that watch. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga Knowledge, you know what I mean, when this was brought to his attention, like, damn, man, you know what I mean? Like, the bitch sitting over there, you know what I mean, just giving watches to pimps, and you just staying with renegades and shit like that. And when somebody was like, well, why, to ask the bitch, well, why you don't fuck with Knowledge? She said, you know, Knowledge, he like my brother. Come on, man. You done got so cool with a renegade where the bitch don't even see you as a pimp no more. The bitch see you as her brother. That's how you know you done fucked up. Don't let it be said that you didn't pimp to the fact where a renegade don't even see you as a pimp no more. She see you as her brother. Like, oh, no, he cool. That's my nigga. That's my brother. You know what I mean? He said You know what I mean? That you done got so complacent. You done got so comfortable staying with a renegade where she don't even see you as a pimp no more. She just see you as a nigga that's staying with her. She just see you as her brother. The bitch count money in front of you. The bitch can catch dates in front of you. And she knows she ain't gonna get broke on. Hit that like button if you ain't hit it yet. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you hit on that Patreon link, you know what I mean, that's pinned in the comment section. Go to that Patreon. Make sure you go over there. Make sure you go to my Instagram. That's my only Instagram, SinFulTheP773. All them other SinFulThePs on Instagram, no, that's not me. The only Instagram that I have is SinFulTheP773 for now, until I create something more in the future. But this nigga done got so cool with this renegade ass bitch that she said, that's my brother. He like a brother to me. I don't see him as no pimp. Young pimps, I hope that you get more than just laughs out this shit. I hope that you ain't sitting up there just laughing. Don't just use this for entertainment. Hold on. This is still some shit, man, that you don't want to be caught in. Appreciate, man, the 5, bro. Good looking. You coming through. You know, good looking, stay fair. You know, but don't let it be said that you didn't pimp. You know? Now, I'm gonna sit up there. Hold on, let me see if I got enough time. Damn, man, I'm over 3. You know what I mean? No, man, I might just save it for another time, man. You know, I think, yeah, man, I'll sit up there. Matter of fact, let me, no, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Let me stop. But I'll be all day giving you examples of the consequences of when you don't pimp. Cause man, I'm telling the truth, man. This 3 hours felt like 2 minutes. You know, you have to pimp. I'd rather for a hoe to blow up on me because I was pimping than for a bitch to give me months or years and I didn't do no pimping. Because regardless if she expires today, regardless if she expires next month, regardless if she expired next year, some years to come, guess what? If I didn't pimp, everybody gonna know about it. Everybody gonna know about it. So I'd rather for the bitch to leave me because I wasn't pimping. I don't want a bitch leaving me because I didn't do no pimping. Hopefully, man, I said something, man, you know what I mean, that blessed your soul on the day. Blessings to all the young pimps. See y'all later on, man. Hopefully, if God say the same. Hope y'all live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. Stay blessed. 1.